Good evening and shit. Hello. Oh, got teleported in. What's up? Oh my god, Angel Dog is drinking ink. Angel Dog, you're only supposed to consume ink. Wait, what's up with my stream? Am I back? Hello? My stream has been, yeah, okay. Okay, it seems like it is all fine. Yeah, so you're not supposed to eat the ink out of your pen, Angel Dog. Just are supposed to eat the ink when it's in rice. And you can eat it. Alright, so, Echo. We gonna do this or what? I feel like we could finish the Leo route today. Not sure though. We've been going on for like 500 years at this point. So we need to see if we can like finish anything. Yeah. No, I'm not I know you're not intentionally doing it. I was joking. I was bored in class and spaced out. I ain't drinking ink, you dork. I know. Gib mir deine Hose. I mean, I can give you my pants if you want. And then, what about that? Then you have my pants. What then, Crumb? What about that then? No? And the pants are in your hands. Stockings. Stockings. About stocking. Isn't it? It's always about stocking. Stockings are a conspiracy theory of the CIA, and I tell you again. CIA, the PSYOP. In your boots and your motorcycle. I mean, you can also have my boots, but I don't have a motorcycle, so that goes right out of the window. That goes right out the window. But you can kill me last because you like me and then lie about it. That is something you can do. I will accept that. It's a trade-off for not having a motorcycle. Okay. I heard I should play Echo, right? So let's play some Echo. Chill out, dick what? Who's your daddy and what does he do? Put the cookie down. Get to the chopper. Stick around. May I chew on your boots? I wouldn't chew on my boots. Not a tumor. Exactly. Like, not the tumor at all. There we go. Look at Echo, how beautiful it is. Not a tumor. It is Echo. That is just a fact. You need to chill, Angel Dog, okay? Wildfire is gonna come and he's gonna keep you chained, but you're gonna chill until he's here. Yeah, you missed 1 hour of the last Echo stream. I miss a lot. Yeah. I'd say Schwarzenegger and Waltz. Yeah, they are both pretty good. Austrian cuisine is also pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie, their food is fucking amazing. At least sometimes. Sometimes. It also depends a little bit where you are. In the city, it's kind of but if you're like more countryside, the food is, oh my god. Like, holy shit, dude. I don't know if I've ever had any Austrian cuisine. Don't even know what they are known for. Kaiserschmarrn. and Topfen and Germknödel. It's basically it. On top of, oh my god. Like, I'll tell you. Grum is like, bam! Nah, not gonna tell you. Discussion over. I'm gonna say that if Grum says he doesn't want to tell, that's fine. I don't really think Brian's going to be coming back, though. Yeah, we are in Duke's house. We are in the basement. And last time we fucked Duke up and I shot Brian in his fucking face. He deserved it, by the way. Only the redhead. I might end up with one. They will find out. Fair. I told you something's bad happening and we need to figure out what. Oh yeah, how about... yeah, but how did kidnapping us help anything? I'm gonna make a quick recap. When Chase got caught by Brian. When Kutz is hiding. Huh? What? Duke sighs deeply and I glance over my shoulder to see him slumping in defeat. Last time this happened, it might have been caused by a murder. Not the murder that the guy got away with murder. What? There's a moment of silence. Okay. I missed your stream last time, remember? I want to know what your reaction to the incident was. I don't remember. Like, I remember that we went to, that Kutsu and Chase went to the house. And then at some point, Kutsu was just there. And then they fought. And then that's it. And I expected as much. I can't recreate the reaction because I don't remember anymore. Yeah, I don't remember how I reacted. Yeah, it's like a week ago. Do I need to rewatch every stream? That's well violated. You do that. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Okay, Leo's tone demands that Duke go on. So the guilt from the guy, or the worry in the town, or just spirits, heck, I do know. Maybe all of that, but it came together to make everything go crazy. Okay, sure. But how does this have anything to do with us? Leo's still in... He will never be sane. Leo will never be sane. Leo is not a sane person. You would almost do anyone in this game. There's like no filter. I saw artists sneaking around town before. Just says they got there. And look back again and see Duke looking at me. So, it's Leo. Seemed kinda fishy to me, though I thought he might have something to do with y'all. Was my only lead. That is a very small pool of people. Leo doesn't respond this time. I look back again and see that he's still looking at me. Is Leo starting to believe Duke? Is Leo going completely ham? What is it? You told me yourself, Leo, that you saw him sneaking around too. It was someone else. How the hell do you know that? What are you guys talking about? Kutsu, can you watch the door? It's not my fault when 80% of men in Echo are hot. You would contest that. There's like only one husbando so far, and that's Kutsu because he's actually sane. At least for me. Finally turn around. Leo leans one hand on the back of Duke's chair as he sighs. If you remember, Chase, I told you about how I thought I saw someone out my window that looked like you. Leo turns his glare back onto Duke. Got drunk with this asshole and accidentally told him about it too. But we both saw it. Isn't that a little strange? Some otter came by the town that looked like Chase. What the hell else was it? I mean, you weren't here, right? Of course I wasn't. How would he have been here, though? I know, just making sure. What? You wouldn't... Why would that mean anything anyways? Duke looks around, visibly clenching his toes. I've heard stuff about doubles. Like double hangers or something? Double gangers, you fucking idiot. Like, Duke, lay off the meth for 5 minutes, okay? Just don't smoke it for 5 minutes and you will be fine. Doppelgangers? Good so. Sure. Well, people talked about that shit happening back then. Seen themselves and stuff. Ah, okay. You believe that shit? Why would it mean has anything to do with anything? Well, my grandpappy said, life's like a box of chocolate. Oh my god, no, I'm not making a joke. I'm not doing it. So I saw a funny meme recently, but I'm not making a joke about it. Nuts. It lasts like a box of chocolate. That the guy that did it was in 2 or 3 places at once sometimes. There's a moment of silence as we all absorb that bit of information. That joke failed, Orko. That joke, Orko failed. Yeah. I sometimes just don't make the joke, you know? Sometimes just hold back and relax. Some jokes are just funny when you are in a certain circle. Duke jumps up in his seat. I'm just telling you what I know. So that's your solution to all of this then? I don't know. I stopped when they got the guy. Duke cowers in the chair, then glances at me. Leo. Leo follows his gaze and his eyes turn steely. Duke seems to notice Leo's sudden change in demeanor. But before he can do anything, he gets a massive slap from the wolf. Leo, stop it! Duke immediately starts sobbing again and curls in on himself. Like, Jesus Christ, Leo, just chill for like 5 minutes, okay? Like, Duke is fucking crazy. He smokes crack. Like, alright, he wanted to kill you, but like, you know? Me? This fucker wants to get a chase. Did seem that way. Did Duke think the only way to stop all of the problems in this town was to kill me? Maybe. Duke. Gutzo tries a different approach. His voice much gentler than Leo's. Good cop, bad cop. Now I'm completely for the good cop in this scenario. The problem with your theory is that Chase hasn't killed anyone. Right, Chase? Of course not. Of course not. Oh, no! So maybe we need to rethink things a little, huh? Or maybe I can do that in a fucking jail cell. We are going to get back to my van, and then we are gonna get the hell out of here. If we can. I'm still not sure about that thing the mayor was talking about. What thing? A monster or something? The mayor told us it's killing people that are trying to leave. Leo stares. Has the town really gone that fucking insane? Yes! Yes! It fucking did! It fucking did! Cheers. Gutzo shrugs. There were bodies. Jesus. You need more than Jesus, Leo. You need a fucking intervention and a stay in the goddamn psychiatric ward. Man, your disdain for Leo is real. No, he won't listen. He's fucking stubborn as shit. Leo looks around. Well, it still sounds like bullshit. And if there is anything, we'll need to be fine if we leave in a car. The motel is closer. We can use my car instead. Sure. Duke is still staring at me with a hard look. I get the feeling that, despite all of the things we just told him, he's not gonna buy it. Downey, what's up? Oh my god! Downey, my first subscriber. Him downstairs, my first subscriber to the channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. He got that green name. He got that green name. Leo hauls the weasel off the chair, gaining a little squeak of pain. Yeah, it's okay. I was forced at gunpoint. No, you were. Come on, stop lying, okay? Stop lying. The ancient follower. No, I wasn't. No. He's not. I mean, he's also an ancient follower. He's probably one of the first ones who followed the channel anyways. Like, we go back way long, Angel Dog. I think 2019, 2018. How long is it, Downey? Like we know each other for years now. Yeah, from Mixer, exactly. It's fucking ass long. Like, 2018. Is it really that long now? Is it really that fucking long already? Jesus Christ, dude, that's 6 fucking years. In October, it's 6 fucking years. Jesus. Fucking tits, dude. Insane. That's ancient in internet years, that is true. Neo halts the weasel off the chair, getting a little squeak from pain from Duke as he forced to break eye contact with me. More like rotten, not ancient. Oh no, I don't think we are rotten. I think we still are good. What about the others? We're gonna try to find everyone we can before we leave. But the priority is to get ourselves to a police station. I agree, we're rotten. My brain started to rot from here. Okay. Leo pulls me to stand in front of him before gesturing at Kutsu. Cut, take the gun safeties off now. Kutsu visibly frowns as I hand it to him. Yeah, sorry about that. I want chase between us. I don't trust these fuckers to not try anything, especially if Brian comes back. You have to shoot Brian in the dick and in the belly, not in the face. There's a wrong option. I don't, as I said at the start, I grabbed the gun and shot at Brian. That was my option that I took. And then it continued. Because I was like, fuck Brian, shoot at him. No, wildfire didn't help me at all. I was just saying, fuck Brian, I'm gonna shoot at him. It's quieter this time around, as we head out onto the deserted night street. Seems like things have settled a little at least. Then it was blank I mean, sure, but like I said, just fuck Brian. If I can't grab a gun and shoot at Brian, I will do that. I guess that's my luck then. Kutsu's fur is still bristled out on the back of his neck. Starting to worry about him. You should, he's probably losing his mind here too. Everyone else. He's been tense even considering the situation we are in. Why you... I'm saying Brian. Yeah, not your actual name. Because your name is spelled differently. I mean actual Brian. And you're not a Brian. You're not a meth-addicted bear that's into breath play. I don't think so. Bounty, I don't think so. Keep your eyes peeled anyway. Of course. Also, I have been sensing a strange sort of tension between the two of them. I think why is there tension between Leo and Kuto? Did they fuck? Did they fuck each other and we missed something? Or is it like that they are getting like tense because they are both into chase slowly? Is that it? Well, was I right after all? That Kutsu is into chase and he's gonna make a move? Can probably be put up to the situation currently at hand, though. I don't think so, Chase. I don't think so. No, I got it, Angel Dog. We are all on edge. Is Flynn like the group whore or something? I can see the motel a ways down the road, but obviously the lights are all out. I think everyone has just gone to the rapture. They're all gone. Duke has gone quiet for the most part. I wonder if he's just given up or if he's planning something. Hopefully it's the former. I'm not really seeing anything out of the ordinary here. Trust me, things are fucked up. We passed the diner, the moonlight glinting softly off the metal, its metal edge. Can you imagine how fucking hot that diner must be? Like, if you go inside, you're gonna be fucking melting. If this diner had like a metal roof, can you? Oh my god! And that in the desert, dude. I mean, okay, probably had an AC. Like everything in the US, every building in the US has an AC, probably. But still, like, oh my god. That thing must have been unlivable, unfucking livable without an AC. Not everywhere in the US. I mean, I know, I'm just joking, but you guys at least get like, you have swamp coolers. I think you guys at least get ACs. We don't. We are not allowed. So yeah. A power bottom can be hard. I mean, it's not probably that hard to be that. Yeah, I think so too. I think that this is a plan of Germany to get rid of the elderly. That's a good point. I think that's why we don't have ACs, so we can get rid of our old ones. So the pension and retirement funds can recuperate a little, you know? A dark, sick feeling sets in as I stare at the black windows. That's where it all started. Should we check in to see if she's still there? I do know this, Angel Dog. I'm very well aware what it means. Leo's quiet for me. Leo's quiet behind me for a moment, then clears his throat. Don't see why we'd need to do that. You don't know, to tell the cops about it or something? If the cops haven't been there, then I'm sure she's still in there, not used looking inside. Alright. Hey, it's gonna be okay, alright? Not for Jan. Janice is fucking dead, you asshole! She doesn't care if it's alright or not. She's fucking dead! Leo doesn't say anything to that as we continue down the road, finally reaching the motel parking lot. Like, just let her rot in that fucking stupid thing that she's there. Keep moving. I look behind me and see that Duke stopped, still looking back at the diner. I see something. What? Kunzo stops and looks back at us. Something. I look at the diner, but I see nothing moving in the windows or in the front of it. It's way too dark to see anything in there anyway. Leo prods at Duke's back, but the weasel refuses to move, rooted to the spot. I feel like Duke is losing it. Am I gonna have to carry you? Leo lets go of Duke for just a moment, reaching up to turn him around, probably to throw the weasel over his shoulder. Yeah, I have the gun. I have the gun. But before he can do that, Duke screams long and loud, and it raises all the hairs on the back of my neck. Before Leo can stop him, the weasel takes off into the night, away from the diner towards a grouping of trees and bushes on the side of the road. Leo curses, immediately goes after him. Tutsu starts to follow. Don't follow me, wait by the car. Leo shouts over his shoulder before disappearing into the brush. Then, more faintly, and watch Chase! Tutsu and I stare into the darkness, listening to the two of them crash through the brush before fading out into silence. After a few moments, Tutsu rubs his head and turns to me. Well, I guess we should get back to the car then. I frown. Not really worried that you can do much to Leo, but rather that they'll run into someone that could. Shouldn't be that hard to catch him. He's in handcuffs. Duke can be fast when he wants to be. Leo's brain rot is a special one. Not just others, it's also like jealousy and death. Fuck! I feel like we should have gone with him. I keep staring into the darkness of the brush, and Kutsu puts a hand on my shoulder as he... Don't worry. Leo can take care of himself, especially when he's up against someone like Duke, a handcuffed Duke. Yeah. Reluctantly, I follow the raccoon. Leo's brief presence had been so strong and reassuring, it's kind of jarring to be without it again. At the same time, though, it's not all that different with Kutsu. Oh, really now? Leo's just more overpowering with it, I guess. I fish my keys out of my pocket and suddenly realize where we are at. Yeah, I should check our room. Jenna or TJ might be there. Maybe even some of the others. So looks at the dark motel, getting the rows of doors. Yeah, we should. But I think we should wait for Leo. I don't really trust anyone right now. I realize he's implying that one of my friends could have gone insane too. And I also realize I can't blame him. From what I saw, and from what I've heard, TJ might be acting the same way as Duke. That causes my stomach to turn sickly. Listen, I gotta pee real quick, okay? Oh, do you? Do you mind if I hold? Okay. I'm just gonna be over behind that corner. He points over to the side of the motel, no problem. I'm getting just a little annoyed that everyone is acting like I'm a little kid that needs to be watched. Because you are. Next time, Orc. Okay, next time it's fine. You better have an extra bottle piss in there. Nice. Very nice. Just like you did. I lean back against the door of the car, swinging the keys around my finger. You know what I got? I got a beer bottle and I just say cheers because there's still cold beer in it. Ah. I was trying to say Apfelschorle. Apfelschorle! Okay. You know what I was talking about? Which beer? It's called Gösser. No, Gosa. It's like a local brewery here. Or your favorite? What's your favorite? Hoe garden. No, I don't have a hoe garden, unfortunately. Yep. I wonder if everyone that's been fighting is dead now. Or maybe they just realized how ridiculous the mayor's story was and left. Thinking about the supposed monster that I definitely don't believe in, though, was me looking over my shoulder into the darkness. Actually, they're pretty normal here in Germany. Except Hogarden. Hogarden is not a German name. Gösser is normal, Krombacher is normal. Hogarden is Belgium, yeah. Another good one, and is a local one, is Schanzenbräu. Schanzenbräu is pretty good. I like that one. Imagine of a hanging body crosses my Paulana. Yeah, Paulana is good too. That's Munich though. So Oh garden minus the garden. Unhappy grunt. Franziskaner. Why are you grunting unhappy? American Ninja. Oh, Crumb, since you're here, I want to ask you something. Have you ever seen the movie Hard Ticket to Hawaii? Shit. And look over to where Kutzo went. Been a little while, shouldn't he be done by now? Apart from the brush across the street makes me jump. Nope. Okay, then we are gonna watch Hard Ticket to Hawaii next Friday. Leo? My voice comes out in a whisper. There's definitely something there. Its form stands out just a shade darker than the trees behind it. It might be a bush, but it looks thin like a person. I squint at it, and that's when I see the glint of two eyes in the darkness. I freeze. Whoever it is, they're not responding to me, and that's definitely not a good sign. Kutzo is pissing rather long, dude. Or my dude is like I want to be weird alone with it weird. You have to deal with that now, Angel Dog. We are going to talk about beer, and you're going to either talk along or you're out. Easy. Yeah. And if it does move, I'll just run over there to where Kutzo went. And I feel like Kutzo isn't there anymore. I feel like you have like another psychotic break. You meanie. Yeah, I'm very mean. I don't think he'll mind me catching him with his pants down if there's a fucking psychopath chasing after us. Another good one, another good beer from I mean it's debatable because it's like thinner, but Astra is also pretty good. They are in Hamburg. They make good beer too. I see a thick tail swish out of the side of the dark thing. Slowly I feel behind. Ah, that's not true. I didn't yell at you like you were a foster child, Downey. Stop spreading rumors about me. I was very nice. I was a very nice person. I feel scammed now. Stepchild. You will always be my red-headed stepchild, Downey. Always. Slowly I feel behind myself for the keyhole to the car. Door sliding the key and unlocking it. Actually, I'll just get in the car and footsteps to my right. Duke, his eyes wild, is on me in an instant. He slams into me so hard. I'm sent to the asphalt with an impact that rattles my brain. I roll over groggily and see Duke bent over, his hands fumbling at the ground. Somehow he's moved his handcuffed hands from behind himself to the front. And now you just murder Chase with the handcuffs, just strangle his ass. More like the black sheep of the family. Yeah, indeed you are. Indeed you are. More other abuse, please. Dude, Chase cannot be. Chase has been abused enough. It is needs to stop with the abuse. I realize that I don't have my keys anymore. At the same time, the Duke stands up, keys in hand. Good so. Can you, Chase, can you just fight for yourself for once and just kick him in his fucking balls? He's right on top of you. Just kick him in the fucking balls. He's gonna drop that fucking car key faster than you can say ding dong. I yell and reach for Duke, who dodges away, throwing some kicks at me before yanking open my car door. Fuck! I lunge for the handle, but I see the weasel slam it shut and lock it just as I reach it. Kutzo comes roaming around the corner just as Duke starts up the car. Duke! I shout uselessly as Kutzo as Duke pulls out. Peels out, not pulls out. Peels out. that was a slip of the tongue there. Pulls out. I'm gonna be in lag mode. Yeah, okay. Take care and don't buy him too much. Yeah, don't pamper him. I mean, Angel Dog wants to come with you, Dowdy. Of course, I think that Duke's just going to take off down the road and get all the hell out of Echo. I have no idea that he's going to turn sharply in the parking lot and come straight for me. Chase! Kutzo screams at me, just 20 feet away now. But there's no time. The car is coming at me. I jump to the left, but Duke easily follows my movement. I see the license plates, the headlights, which Duke hasn't turned on. I'm a weirdo. Yeah, we know that. I jump and land on the hood of the car as it hits me. I feel like my body's falling through the air. Because it fucking is! I see the stars and the moon. Then I land. And it hurts. The desert stretches and winds into the distance, rising and falling with the mountains, hills, and valleys. It's endless, monolithic, passionless. Except here, its mark is clear on the land, like a stain, a blemish in the beige patchwork of the wilderness. Wait a minute! No, I'm reading. I'm continuing reading. The earth is bad, the air is bad, everything's tainted. Tainted. The mark is old, it's ancient. Been here longer than people. All people. They knew it too. Everyone who's been here knows it. So do you. Even though you're not from here. You were drawn in the stain, like all the other evil that's planted itself here. You can see right through the otter's eyes. You see its influence stretch above, like black tendrils into the dark red sky. They search for anything, to stain anything they touch. So it will always be. Chase! I stare groggily up at the face above me. A swirling mess of gray and black before I'm able to focus on the nose, just inches away from my own. That crosses my eyes, which hurts. So I close them again. Chase! The voice is gentler this time, though no less concerned. I try to reach my hand up to assure whoever it is that I'm fine. I feel the soft velvety sensation of an ear catch between my fingers, and the person above me stills. What happened? Are you guys okay? I mumble thickly past lips that don't seem to cooperate with words that don't seem to make sense. Damn. Are you? He hit you really hard. I feel a hand run over the top of my head, like it's something and looking for something. Did you hit your head? Feel my own head, keeping my other hand resting on Kutzo's head. That's right, Kutzo. I push myself up, suddenly realizing where I am and what just happened. I look around into the night. The surreal feeling of regaining consciousness, and this nightmare making it all the more horrific. Shit, where is he? I try to push myself up, but Kutzo holds me down firmly. He took off. Duke, he took off somewhere. He's coming back. Duke is coming back one last time, and then runs him over to fulfill the destiny or something. Yeah, the other bus built the defense stat, not the attack stat. I will agree with that. Kutzo looks around, his ears pointed up as if listening, before looking back down at me as I try to sit up again. Who cares about Leo? I need to stay down for now. Something might be injured. No one cares about Leo. I don't. Leo is like the absolute worst. Leo is not even here. Like Leo is the one guy who took off after Duke and couldn't get him. Leo needs to shut the fuck up. I mean, Kutzo shouldn't have gone for a piss, you know? But on the other hand, Leo needs to shut the fuck up too. I think I'm okay, just a little bit out of it. You might have a concussion. Kutzo gazes down at me, and for a moment I'm left staring into the deep dark eyes. That's when the sound of feet slapping against asphalt breaks that spell, and Kutzo looks behind himself. What the hell? Duke just... Kutzo is suddenly shoved roughly away, and I find myself held up in Leo's arm. Oh my god, Leo, you're fucking terrible. Leo, you're the worst fucking person in this route. And it is your own route. You're fucking worthless. You're such a Leo is 100% like one of the worst characters in this entire visual novel. What the fuck happened? Leo desperately looks me up and down as he holds me in his arms. Did he shoot you? What? No. He just hit me with a car. He just hit me with a car. If that makes it better. Like, he just... Look, Look, Leo, no, he did point the gun at me and shot me. No. He tried to run me over. That is effectively a lot better than Leo's eyes widen and his ears shoot up. He suddenly turns his attention to Kunze. Hackles right. Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare, Leo. Don't you fucking dare to say anything to Kutzo, you fucking loser. Your job that you took yourself was to catch Duke, and you fucking didn't. Get the fuck away. What the fuck were you doing, Kut? Why weren't you watching him? Kutzo flinches back and glares. He came out of nowhere, Leo. We were both trying to stop him. Can see Leo working himself up to shout something else, but that's when I push myself out of his strong grip. Despite the circumstances, I'm bristling at the way I'm being coddled. Leo, he was driving a fucking car. There was anything he could do. Now standing, I feel an achy sensation in my back, and my head spins a little. Yeah, no shit. You were just hit by a car, you absolute fucker. I brace my hands on my knees and wait for it to subside. I don't think you should be standing up so soon. I'm fine. Though now that I'm standing, I'm not completely sure. Yeah, because you're fucking stupid, Chase. Yeah, that too. Varying twinges and creaks pang throughout my body, but I force myself to straighten up facing the other two. Imagine, like, if he got a broken spine, he'd be fucked now. Like, he shouldn't even be moving. They should call a fucking ambulance, and they have fucking inapt all of them. And the. I need to breathe. I need to fucking breathe. We need to keep moving, find the others and get out of here. Leo moves up next to me, big paw reaching out to wrap around my shoulders. I cringe though and Leo takes his hand back. You need me to carry you, honey? Sir, I don't think... Everyone is insane. I grimace and shake my head, mostly because I feel like being slung over his back would be even worse. He settles on rubbing my back gently, eyes still looking me over, as if he's trying to spot some unseen injury. Let's get the hell to Peyton. Kutzo coughs awkwardly. We've lost the car, though. Oh yeah. My heart sinks. Even now in the situation we're in, I'm a little angry that it was my car that was stolen. Oh yeah? You're angry at that? I think you can be happy that you're still alive, Chase. God. Chase is... Ugh. I work hard to buy that thing, even if it was a junker. Leo shakes his head like it's a mild annoyance. Then we'll just have to use my van instead. Leo looks up the road in the direction of the diner where he left it 2 days ago. Wait. Let's at least check the motel. See if the others are in our room. Otter. I'm sure the others are already gotten out by now. I mean, we haven't heard anything from any of them. So why wouldn't they have brought the police or something? Leo looks back at the motel, chewing his lips. Alright, but let's be fucking quick about it. We need to get the hell out of here so we can get everyone help. I mean, the other members of the group are probably up to something, and we also know that TJ ran across or past the diner across the end of town towards Carl's house 2 days ago, essentially. So he's gonna be somewhere, I guess. Maybe they're all holed up in Carl's house, smoking blunts, like it's the end of the world. Who knows? Yeah, real quick. I reach into my back pocket, pulling out the key card as I hobble in the direction of our room on the other side of the building. Kutsu reaches out to me. You need key. Leo shoulders the raccoon aside as he practically jumps to my side, gently pressing. Oh my god. Grinder noise. Stay closer, Otter. Stay close, Otter. Not gonna let something like that happen to you again. Oh my god. I fucking hate Leo. Try to ignore the tension I feel building between the other two. More than anything, I'm annoyed at Leo. Finally. Why is he acting like that? Because he's a fucking prick. Sure, was always a little jealous, but right now, in the middle of this hellscape of chaos, I shake my head, allowing the wolf to guide me with his hands as we turn the corner to the motel. I mean, it took a little while, but Leo is, I mean, I said that earlier, that he is somebody who can't let go. That's one thing, and holds grudges forever. And the other thing is, like, he's extremely self-centered. He's so egotistical, it's absolutely embarrassing. Kutsu stays close behind us, and I look back at him and give him a small smile to show that I at least appreciated his concern for me. Like, if I'm gonna tell you something, and I know I'm onto something here. I know that now. But this exact way how Leo is acting right now is driving Chase towards Kutsu. This is something that Leo doesn't understand. Leo tries to get into, like, just get Kutsu away from from Chase, so that both can't, like, get closer together. But he does inevitably, with acting like this, push Chase more towards Kutsu, because Kutsu is like the guy who is there for him and doesn't act like an absolute fucking dork. He gives me a short nod back, but otherwise doesn't say anything. Of course not! He's never talking a lot! Like most of the town, the back of the motel is completely deserted as far as I can see. I mean, I didn't know anything about the game when I said that. Come on. At this point, I would say he needs to get the fuck away from Leo. Again, I wonder if it's because everyone's dead. As fucked up as it is, I think that might be a good thing for us. As long as it doesn't involve any of my friends. We reach the door of the motel and my heart sinks again as I see there is no light coming from the window. Shakily, I raise the key card to press it against the lock, only to accidentally drop it. No joke, I miss Wi-Fi. I mean, I can't force him to be here, but at least it's nice that you miss him. He probably misses you too, maybe. I don't know. Can't speak. But he'll be back soon, I'm pretty sure. I start to bend over to pick it up, but Leo puts a hand on my shoulder, speaking gently into my ear. Oh, by the way, I don't think it's a regrettable moment because I'm always commentating with the information that I have. And of course, I will say stupid shit. That is like the worst idea ever. I can't always be right. And I don't regret that because it's just what happens when you do the kind of content that I do. So, but at least you can laugh at it. That's perfect. I start to bend over to pick it up, but Leo puts a hand on my shoulder, speaking gently into my ear. Don't move, Otter. He sweeps up the card and presses it to the lock. Leo, fuck off! Flashes green and I hear the electric buzz of the lock coming unlatched before Leo presses down on the door handle, then pauses. I hope Billy Bust comes up soon. I don't know. His other hand suddenly reaches out behind me towards Kuzo. It's a 3D game. Billy Bust. I need to look that up. I've never heard of it. If it's a 3D game, what can you tell me about it? What is it about? I want to know. Kuzo, hand me my gun. I'll give you Dukes. Kuzo stares at the hand for a moment, then jumps, as if suddenly realizing what the wolf is talking about. All right. Kuzo lifts his shirt, fumbling with the waistband before pulling out the gun. He hands it to Leo and in turn hands him Duke's gun. He checks the safety on his own before pointing it towards the door. Leo pauses again and glances at me. Otter behind me. Leo nods back to the wall next to the door. I only feel a little twinge of resentment at being treated like a child again, but I'm too eager to check the room to say anything. Finally, Leo gives the door a gentle shove, allowing it to swing open on its own. "2 miles around you is desert." Hi! What's up? The look on Kuzo's face next to me. They don't see anything. I realize why as Leo slowly reaches inside and flips the light switch. Can't resist and peek around Leo's book into the motel room. I don't speak Japanese. English only, please. I can't resist and peek around Leo's book into the motel room. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe a blood-splattered room with all of our friends' bodies piled in the middle of them. I think Chase is a little bit of a psycho too. I do, so language-wise, again, I do English, German, Russian, and Italian. So, what is this? This is Echo. It's a visual novel. I even see my pajamas crumpled up on my side of the bed where I left them. Leo holds steady for a moment, keeping the gun pointed at the ceiling of the room. Finally, he leans in, whispering loudly. Hello? There's no response. Leo waits just a while longer before finally moving forward slowly. I don't wait for Leo's approval to follow and move closer behind him. Kuzo just behind me. There isn't much to search in the motel room, having just a room and a bathroom to check. Once Leo's sure it's clear, I shut the door and lock it before turning to the other two. Just so we know that we are safe for now at least. Leo shakes his head. We gotta keep moving, Chase. We should head to my place now. I opened Jenna's laptop on the table, pushing the power button. Come on, what are you doing? Leo shifts his weight from one foot to the other. Tutso moves to stand next to me. Checking the internet? I was hoping to. I sigh as I stare at the password screen. Well, let me check with my phone. Leo sighs again. That's not gonna help us. Leo, shut the fuck up! I will never trust bed that have space underneath. Yeah, because monsters are hiding there. That is a fact. If you have a bed that has space underneath it, always have to check for monsters. This one. that is not a lot. It's definitely not a lot of gays in your area. I have Wi-Fi calling. Leo sighs again and sits heavily on the bed, bending it in like a bow. He sets his gun on the bedside table before rubbing his face vigorously with both hands. You okay? Saying that Leo's been on the edge is an understatement. And sure, we are all fucked up right now, but the way the wolf's been acting, it's like he's a different person. Because he is, maybe. Maybe he got subverted by aliens. He examines me for a while, then finally reaches out with both hands. Come here, Chula. I almost hesitated, I'm not sure why. I walk over to him and stand in front of the wolf before he reaches out and pulls me down into his lap. Then he presses my head against his chest before wrapping his arms around me. Is he trying to fuck him in front of Kutso? He starts stroking the back of my neck gently, and it makes me shiver. It all feels a little forced, and we don't melt together naturally like we always used to. I'm so sorry of letting all of this happen. I should have told the police when Duke started threatening earlier. Yeah, he really didn't. Yeah, you might be right there. You might be right there that he just needs to touch Chase and not, or just feel his presence, essentially. Do you know what's happening? Leo takes another breath, and his broad chest swells up against my cheek before he blows it out, ruffling the fur on my head. I don't know. I really don't know. I noticed Kutso standing on the side, clearly not trying to look at us. What 3 years? Yeah. I mean, he was crazy before that already. I don't think it's the 3 years alone. I think he was always like this. Any internet? Kutso looks up and shakes his head. No, I can't find a network. Damn it. Did that bear do anything to you? The hesitation in Leo's voice makes it clear what he's really asking. And it sounds like he's been wanting to ask it for a while. No, he just tied me up for a while. I guess technically he didn't do more in a way. But I don't want it to go in that right now. The edgy era. The edgy era. Yeah, exactly. It's the edgy era. That whole incident actually seems like a long time ago already. Jenna's murder getting near raped by Brian, trying to kill Brian. I feel like there's a numbness in my chest that's dampening my emotions right now. And everything feels like it's far away from me. Like, yeah, you got like... I mean, Brian tried something, but you still got off kind of light there. But shooting him in the face was kind of a... I'm gonna say that Chase shooting Brian in the face was cool as hell. I'll stand by that. Now everything feels like it's far away from me. I wonder if that's some kind of psychological response. Yeah, he absolutely did, Angel Dog. He absolutely did deserve it. I'm just sad that Brian didn't die from it. But then again, he's a bear. And like... I don't know, but... probably .22 caliber doesn't do a lot of shit against a bear. Should have shot at the gut and the dick. That's probably the better idea when you shoot at a bear like this. Because the gut is soft and the dick is soft. And he's gonna bleed out if he doesn't fix it. So yeah. I wonder if that's some kind of psychological response to what's happening and if I'll be all fucked up over it after this is over. Probably. He's probably fucked up, yeah. But I kinda welcome the numbness right now. It at least helps me deal with what's happening a little easier. Then I would probably be able to, well, to tell me what's happening right now if she were here. Of course, that makes me wonder where she and the others are. It makes me want to get her out there and find them. Because as much as I want to get the hell out of this place, I feel kind of responsible for them. I did drag all of them here after all. I mean, like, she's kind of like the big sister figure in the party, so I don't blame him completely, but I blame him. I blame him a lot. Because he's, in general, he's depending on other people to fix his shit. But on the other hand, he doesn't want to be coddled as like a child, but he also signals like that he's completely useless and that he needs people to coddle him like a little child. So yeah, that's my hot take here. I'm gonna get you out of here, I promise. Failure otter. Leo breathes into my ear and squeezes me a little tighter. Tight! I have to hold back a wince as a twinge goes through my back. I have a feeling that I'm going to be very sore tomorrow. Oh no shit, Sherlock! I just got hit by a car. I suddenly lift my head and look back at Kutzo. What time is it? Kutzo takes his phone out of his pocket to check. 3:45. I stare at him. Are you serious? That means it's only been a little more than an hour since we left Kutzo's place. I was hoping that daylight would be a bit closer than that. Kutzo slumps down in the chair at the table. It's what my phone says. I continue to rest my head against Leo's chest, listening to him breathe. I glance up at him and see that his eyes are closed as he continues to stroke my back and the back of my head. I'm about to tell him that we should get moving again when I think I hear something. This soft snuffling sound, like someone's covering their sniffling. I lay there against Leo, not moving as I continue to listen. A full 10 seconds go by before it happens again. And this time, I think it's coming from below us. Under the bed. There is somebody under the bed, actually. Look up at Leo again, wondering how to tell him I heard something without saying it out loud. Just get up from Leo and, like, look under the bed. What's the issue? It can only be TJ. Or Jenna. Or maybe it's someone completely different. I reach up and poke at his chin. Leo shakes his head a bit around the poking, but otherwise doesn't open his eyes. I frown and reach up further, touching his cheek. He leans into it. Leo! I barely whisper at him. I'd just defend myself, Angel Dog. That's what I would do. Finally, he does open his eyes, and I point at my own ears, mouthing, listen. You see his ears comically perk up, and his eyes are looking at the ceiling. I motion down at the bed. I can see Kutsu to the side from his chair, eyeing us curiously, but not saying anything otherwise, thankfully. I just said I would defend myself, Angel Dog. I answered the question. I would just, like, fight the monster. What else could I do? It's already there. It comes out from under the bed and attacks me. I would defend myself. Yay! Wildfire is here! Welcome. This time the snuffling sound is quite a bit louder, and I feel like Leo's fur rides up on his arms. That was definitely a person or something living and breathing, at least. And it definitely came from under the bed. Leo slowly and gently pushes me off his lap, motioning me away. Slowly, he leans over and grabs up the gun. Then he stands backing up away from the bed. Then crouching slowly with the gun pointed as he looks under the bed. Leo should just take the gun and just fire on the bed. Like, he should just smack dump the entire bed. And whoever is under the bed comes out. I will tell you that right now. I see Leo pause, staring. Then he reaches out and grabs whatever it is and yanks hard. Ah! The scream is loud and piercing, whatever it was, sounding like a terrified child. It thrashes and kicks at Leo, and it's clawing frantically at the carpet to get back under the bed that I realize who it was. It's TJ. My first guess came true. I shout his name, confused and terrified myself. What the hell? Calm down. Leo's got both his hands on TJ's ankles, trying to keep him still while at the same time not getting gouged by the toe claws. I move closer, though not close enough to get clawed by the lynx, and I try to crouch in his line of sight. TJ, it's us. You're okay. Wildfire, I hope you had a good nap, though. I really do. If you just woke up. I want to finish Leo's route today, I say eagerly. The look in his eyes is wild and desperate and feral. I reach out for his wrist and he immediately slashes at me with his other hand. Jay, stay back. I fall back on my butt and scoot away a little wide-eyed. I've never seen TJ like this. Of course I haven't. I can't imagine what... I can't imagine what would have made him like this. I scramble up and stand next to Kuzo, who's just as wide-eyed as me. Despite that, he sidesteps a little in front of me, as if to shield me from the insane TJ. Leo finally drops the cat's leg, and before TJ can scramble back under the bed, Leo jumps on his back. I wince as I'm sure I can hear TJ deflate like a tire from Leo's weight. The wolf snatches up TJ's arm, pinning them against his back as he leans over the lynx, shouting into his ear. TJ, stop! Stop fighting! It's me, Leo! Leo! TJ continues to writhe, making weird yowling noises that I've never heard him make before. Jesus Christ, what happened to fucking TJ? Like, holy shit. That dude, oh my god, that must have been fucking insane. He's traumatized as shit right now. TJ, it's me, it's your friend. We are here to help you, man. Leo's voice is quieter now, more soothing as he tries to calm the crazed lynx. Seems to be working so far, as TJ's violent thrashing lessens, his yowling fading out to more feeble whining sounds. See, I'm here now. You're gonna be fine. The first thing I would probably throw at Leo is that he's a fucking liar, because he ruined the entire week by just, capturing Chase for himself. Finally, TJ's head falls to the carpet. Everything's going limp. TJ sits on the bed, cross-legged, as he rests his back against the headboard. I gave him a blanket when I saw him shivering. He's got that draped over his shoulders, holding it tightly around himself. It hasn't stopped the shivering, though. Seems to be the only one he doesn't flinch at when we get close. I sit next to him on the bed. Awkwardly, I put my arm around him, but he seems to take comfort in that and leans against me. The smell of sweat and piss is strong, but I don't say anything. Holy shit, what did happen to TJ? Like, holy shit, that poor kid. Okay, I'm very intrigued now. This is getting really good. And we are already we've played this already like a really, really long time, and I'm still intrigued what's gonna happen. Leo, meanwhile, sits at the end of the other bed, gently trying to get TJ to tell us what the hell happened. Was someone chasing you? Is someone here? TJ shivers against me, and I pat his shoulder. He looks at me then, and I see his fur is completely matted to his face, like he's been crying non-stop. I notice bits of dead leaves on his head too, along with some dirt. Man, that poor kid. What the hell had he been doing? Yeah, we've been meeting him since the soccer game for the first time, Wildfire. And he changed a little bit since then, I would say. Leo continues to prod gently at the lynx with his questions. If you can tell us, then we might be able to stop it, or at least watch out for it before we leave. TJ looks at Leo, then opens his mouth, making a squeaking noise. What do you have for breakfast, Wildfire, if you don't mind me asking? What's a Wildfire eating for breakfast? He swallows loudly, then tries again. Do we have any water? Sounds like he has an extremely sore throat. Jesus, that poor lynx. Pancakes is here. I had pancakes for dinner. Just 1.5 hours ago, actually. I had it with peanut butter and jam. I look over to the sink, but Kutsu jumps off the chair he's sitting on and makes his way to it. Man, Kutsu is like my husband in this one. Then I'm more like Orcos skip to the dessert. It's perfectly normal to eat pancakes as a dinner here in Germany. PB&J pancakes sound interesting. The most I've tried is the peanut butter ones, yeah. I mean, I just do whatever I find delicious. That's probably also why I'm a bit more on the heavier side. But, yeah, PB&J pancakes are delicious. Work side. He grabs up one of the small plastic cups before running to the faucet. TJ watches him until the raccoon brings him the cup over. TJ drops the blanket around his shoulders and reaches out eagerly for the cup. We all watch intently as he loudly swallows a giant gulp of water before lowering it from his lips and gasping for air. Leo smiles encouragingly. You haven't eaten dinner, Angel Dog. You should have eaten dinner. I'm just saying. You should not, like, do all of this because of me. You should have dinner. He's powered by milk and me playing Echo. Angel Dog is powered by Echo. Careful, don't drown yourself. TJ stares and shivers again much more violently. I grip him more tightly. Are you cold? I grab the blanket and try to tuck it around his shoulders better. Kinda, not really, I feel cold, but TJ rubs at his chest. He's still trembling and I realize he might be in shock. I don't know what to do for that. In every TV show I've seen, the person is just given a shiny blanket while they sit on the side of the road. Yeah, because you're fucking useless, Chase. Again. You're fucking useless. You just expect everyone else to do your shit. And just continue to rub his shoulders in a circular motion, trying to be soothing. Your stomach is kind of fine even without food. Okay, then I hope you'll be fine without food then. Just one after the go. I wish Shanna were here. She'd know what to do. Oh my god! See? What did I tell you? Chase is fucking relying on everyone else around him to like, oh my god. Like, what are you doing, Chase? Man up, for fuck's sake. Grow a pair. Like, you have maybe internet. Ask Kutsu what we could do with somebody. Like, who's in shock, or like, do anything, you know? Just stop being such a passive fucking clown. He yells out the cup to Kutsu again. Could I get some more, please? Sure. Kutsu takes the cup delicately from TJ, like the links might break. Kutsu is the only one. Like, nah, I can't even compliment Kutsu in this scenario. But at least he's the one who's getting water, so he's doing something. Jay's toxic codependent. Yeah, he is really codependent. It's amazing. I'm gonna try to read as fast as I can, but you know me. Reading fast is my forte. That guy played soccer with us, right? Yeah, he did. Right. DJ goes back to leaning against me and staring at the wall. While this isn't good, he does seem to be getting better. I mean, that's true too, because I said earlier that Chase is like completely inept to like fight for himself, and not just physically, but also mentally. On the other hand, he doesn't want to be coddled like a child, but he acts like one. Of course, guys like Leo take advantage of him. He can recognize us and remember stuff at least. Leo adjusts himself on the bed, clearing his throat again. Teach! If you can't remember, that's okay, but I just want to make sure. No one's coming after you. You know how much I want to slap Leo in the face right now? Because Leo is such a fucking snake. It's not about if somebody's after TJ. It's if Chase could be in potential danger. Because if somebody's after TJ, Chase could be in danger. Leo, you are such an egotistical fucking nightmare. Fucking hate you. TJ blinks and shakes his head. No, I don't think so. Leo waits, but TJ doesn't say anything more. No one? You were hiding, so. Leo clearly doesn't want to upset the Lynx, but it makes sense why he wants to know. He doesn't want to know, he doesn't care about the fucking Lynx, Chase. Leo doesn't care about anyone but himself and you. Exactly. Narcissism is very deadly in survival scenarios. Absolutely. If there's someone lurking out there hunting TJ down, we should be in a lot of danger right now. Oh no shit! We have to wait though, as Kutsu comes back with the cup. TJ takes a few more big gulps before looking back up at Leo. I thought I saw something. I keep seeing things. I think I need to go home. Did your god leave you, TJ? I stare hard at TJ, studying him. I don't know why, but I guess I thought we'd all be exempt from this hysteria. I knew we were all normal, at least to an extent. This whole crazy chaos seemed like too foreign, too different for us, for it to affect my friends, people I know that are grounded, normal people. Nobody is normal here! Chase! The only normal person in this fucking room right now and in your friends group is Kutsu. No one is fucking normal in this entire fucking town. Yeah, exactly. Not even you, Chase. Thank you, Wildfire. Like, no one is normal here. What are you saying, you fuckhead? That's exactly what TJ was. TJ is grounded. TJ has issues. I still try to figure out what his issues are, but like, this cat isn't normal. Like, I can tell from a mile away. that he isn't well adjusted. Leo stands up and steps closer, sitting down slowly next to TJ on the opposite side of the bed. We're gonna go home, Teach. We just have to go and walk to my car first. Leo reaches out and sets a hand on TJ's leg, and I'm glad to see that he doesn't flinch at all. He's really calming down. Okay. TJ suddenly opens the blanket around himself, staring down at his clothes. I see his nose twitching, then the skin inside of his ear flushes. Can I take a shower? Leo pauses, clearly not having expected that. Yes, let him fucking take the shower, please. I don't know. I mean, if that ghost followed TJ, then there's something going on here. That would be definitely interesting, yeah. Well, we really need to get going. Don't want to get home and take a shower there. TJ has put the blanket back over himself, trying to hide his pants. I'd just like to feel clean again. I feel like it might be a good thing for him to clean off. Maybe have some alone time. I give Leo a meaningful look as I lower my voice gently for TJ. Sure, man, we'll wait. TJ slowly pushes himself off the bed to stand on unsteady legs. Both of his hands not so subtly shield his crotch as he walks to the dresser. Okay, just don't leave, okay? We won't. Leo's still using his talking to a toddler voice. The wolf gives me a frustrated look, but I ignore it. Fucking hate Leo so much. What a fucking egotistical maniac. And I'm gonna leave the door open, so if something happens, just yell. It's fine, and nothing's gonna happen, okay? Yeah, okay. TJ pulls out some pants from the dresser before making his way to the bathroom. He keeps glancing back at us like we are going to disappear if he looks away for too long. I try to give him a cheerful smile until he finally disappears into the bathroom. Does anyone else have audio issues? We sit around in sort of a circle in the motel room. Leo and I on the bed, Kuzo in the chair. We keep our voices low as we discuss what's going on, not wanting TJ to hear. This doesn't make sense. TJ is one of the most rational people I know. How is this affecting him? TJ is fucked up. Like, Chase, shut the fuck up. Like, you have no clue about anything. We don't know what's causing it, though. I do know, I thought it was drugs or something. They all just took the same drug? I don't know. Jay, shut the fuck up! That reminds me of my parents. He was perfectly fine what happened to him. Like, parents need to shut the fuck up too. Like, you're perfectly fine always. Nothing happened to you. The only thing if you're not perfectly fine is when you are not feeling healthy, when you're feeling like not mentally healthy, or when you commit a crime. Then you're not perfectly fine. But other than that, as a human being, you're perfectly fine. And yes, I start understand why you dislike Chase. And I want to say it again, just for anyone who's like watching this and don't know me, I do not think Chase is a bad character. This here, this like frustrating reading here is why I like it so much, because Chase is such a flawed character. That's what makes it interesting, right? Just saying that again. Well, TJ is religious. He's literally Shinji van Evangelion. I can see that actually. So if he believes in that, then maybe it could go further than that. I shake my head. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to, to be mad at someone who has been always an idiot, but still, it's kind of frustrating on the same way, because Chase is not seeing that he's part of the issue, because Chase doesn't look like Chase is somebody who doesn't look he he looks okay. Chase is a person who never looks deeper than the skin of people. That's why he has never caught on how toxic Leo is for him. That's why he's never caught on that TJ has issues. That's why he's never caught on that Kutzo is hiding something from him. That's why he's never caught on that Jenna is probably also insane, that Carl hides something, and that Flynn hides something. Chase is a very superficial person, and he's acting like a fucking toddler too. So he's like really, 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 really annoying. No, that doesn't make sense. People in cults do it all the time. See, Kutzo has a good idea. Like, why? Maybe this guy's in a cult. Maybe his shit's fucked up, that's why. Kutzo, you're fucking good, dude. You're fucking smart. Kutzo is he's the only guy in this, like, entire visual novel so far I would date. Because he's actually smart. Not that I'm smart, but I like smart people. That's the thing. But he's not in a cult. It's all kind of the same thing if you think about it. Your whole family is super religious, Leo. Yeah, so I have first-hand experience with all of it, hey? Leo chuckles despite the situation. It makes me wonder if this is something that more than once in everyone's head, if TJ's having it happen. Lutzo taps on his chin, the chair. How was he not in the game, Wildfire? I'm curious. Was he like a last minute addition to the game, so they had one voice of reason? Lutzo taps his chin from the chair he's sitting. It is actually amazing that Lutzo made it in the game like this, and I mean actually has a kind of moral compass, and is actually, yeah, I don't know. It's Kutzo is a character I really like. I can't argue with that. I mean, he has some flaws too, and like does act like I want him to act, but that's okay. Like, he doesn't have to be perfect. What is it Duke was saying about his grandpa? Something about a curse. Leo waves his hand like he's swatting a fly away. Fujita. Speaking of that shit, doesn't make sense. Futsu shrugs. I'm starting to wonder. I fold my arms and look towards the bathroom where steam is wafting from TJ's shower. Well, stop wondering. I don't want to end up like them. I frown and glance back at the bathroom before lowering my voice. Like TJ? Leo sighs. No, one of those fuckers probably freaked him out or something. I think there is not much. Yeah. It's because people feel, yeah. It could be a reason what Wildfire says, because it is a, yeah, somebody else's, I don't know, persona, as he says. And the persona of the Patreon who offered him. He said he was seeing things. Leo suddenly stands up from his sitting position on the bed. You know what? We should stop talking about this. We are leaving once he's done anyway. As if on cue, the water shuts off and the automatic dryer starts. Right after that, TJ's meek voice pipes up from the inside the bathroom. You guys still there? They call back gently, cheerfully. We're here, TJ. Leo sighs and moves to the window to look outside, pulling back the curtain just a bit. Your friends? Yeah, Jenna, Carl, Flynn. I don't know why I hesitated with Flynn's name. Because you're fucking stupid, Chase. Leo silently stares out the window. While longer, the yellow light of the streetlight falling across his face momentarily. He lets it drop back into place. With any luck, they got the hell out of here when they started. Like I said, if they did, then they would have brought back. Really, if anyone got out, then they would have. I mean, Flynn is not wrong, I would say. Does that mean no one's gotten out of here? There's a momentary silence. Hello? We're still here, TJ. Futsu shifts in the chair. Well, a lot of us here have relations outside the town. Family and work in Peyton, in fact. Futsu checks his phone again. I'm supposed to be to work in like 5 hours. Someone's gonna notice. Maybe we should wait until morning. Someone has got to be looking for someone here by then. Leo thrusts the gun back into his waistband resolutely. Nope. Relying on other people has gotten us nowhere. We gotta help ourselves. Shut the fuck up, Leo! He might have a point, Leo. Your friend looks in pretty bad shape, like mentally. Then I'll carry his ass to the van. I'm leaving and I'm not leaving any of you behind. Well, you can't help your own problem, Leo. No. Leo stops and follows the gaze of the bathroom where TJ stepped out. His fur a little damp and spiky from the shower and a fresh change of clothes. He stands there awkwardly a moment, rubbing his arm as we all stare at him. Hey, how are you feeling? I'm fine. Things are more clear now. Leo smiles gently. Good. So you remember who we all are. Teacher smiles weakly. Yeah, again. Things are clear, and you guys don't have to talk to me like that. Like? I mean, even if he's right, he needs to shut the fuck up. He just needs to shut his fucking mouth. Like I'm crazy. Ah, sorry. I clear my throat and try to assume, unless I'm talking to a crazy person tone. Do you think you can make it to Leo's? We can stay there if you want. Wait for someone to find us. Ignore Leo's exasperated sigh from behind me. TJ glances at the bed. I'd like just to lay down, but... Leo is not the leader. I mean, he thinks he is, but he isn't. And if he's the leader of the group, then the group is fucked. I mean, the group was fucked right from the beginning, but yeah, no. That is an interesting tidbit, Wildfire, that the name is based on a climbing vine native to East and Southeast Asia. I think something is happening here. Doing something in our head to our heads. I don't know. Leo narrows his eyes. What do you mean? I mean, Kutso isn't afflicted by this curse, at least in my opinion, because he's not from Echo. He moved to Echo. DJ looks off to the side. I just saw things that shouldn't be there. This has never happened to me before, so... DJ looks down at his hands. I remember someone was chasing me, trying to grab me, and I scratched at it. DJ looks back at us, and it was Jenna. But I was too scared. I didn't know if it was really her or not. So I ran, and she didn't follow me. Yeah, we can do that. If the next thing comes up, I will save, and then we'll pick both options. DJ's starting to shiver again. What did she look like when you didn't know it was her exactly? DJ frowns, opening his mouth to say something, then closes it again. Finally, he looks at Leo, apparently deciding to ignore the question. Can we find her? I can't stop thinking about it, and I want to make sure she's okay. His voice gets a little broken, but he manages to control his tears this time. Leo grimaces. We really need to go, TJ. The faster we can get help, the faster we can help everyone, including Jenna. The corner of TJ's mouth tucked down in a frown. But he doesn't say something. But if we see her on the way, of course we'll bring her with us, okay? TJ is still looking like he's trying not to cry, but nods quickly. Leo rolls his shoulders, keeping the gun pointed at the ground as he moves to the door. Now everyone stay close to me. Chase, keep with TJ. Futso, You bring up the rear. Got it? Alright. We're just gonna head up the street to the diner. Not far at all. I look up at TJ, trying to give him a reassuring smile. He's still looking at the hands. At his hands though, so I move over to him, putting an arm around his shoulder, gently guiding him to the door. The trek to the diner practically is silent compared to just a few hours ago. Aside from the nightlife, there's no screaming or shooting. The way there is fairly straightforward. Straight down the main road. However, we decide to cut through the backyards instead of using the road. Leo tells us the best way is not to be seen if there are people around. TJ keeps close to me, wanting me to keep my arm around his shoulders as we move. His eyes either squeezed shut or staring straight ahead. It's like we're moving, though, to a haunted house, and he's too terrified to look in either direction. It does get too difficult to keep him that close, though, especially as we start to have to move through the bushes and hop the fences. I opt to hold his hand instead. In any situation, I'm unsure TJ would have been running for the hills in embarrassment, but he clings to me like he's never gonna let go. The quiet is actually almost as unnerving as the shouts and gunshots were. As we move under a few trees, I try to keep the memory of seeing the corpse strung up out of my head. There's no way a demon or whatever they said it was did that. There's 4 of us now, and 2 of us have guns. We are gonna be fine. We get to after only about 5 minutes. Though most of it is spent floundering through the brush and old broken fences. Because of the meandering, we actually miss it and have to backtrack. Cautiously, we make our way around the diner to the parking lot and immediately spot the lone van. When we finally did get there, Leo jogs up to his van, shoving his hand in his pocket. And now he doesn't have the keys anymore. I would laugh so hard. But the... Fuck. No way, come on. No way, come on! Ah! Leo, what are you doing? Me and TJ arrive next to Leo, and TJ finally lets go of my hand. What is it? I ask, but I see the problem at the same time that I do. The 2 tires that I can see are brutally slashed and completely flat. Okay. Okay, close enough. It's slashed, but the car is unusable. I bet that the other two are the same way. Leo puts his hand up to his face, rubbing the eyes vigorously with his palms. Who did that? DJ reaches out and grasps my hand again. Litsa moves over to the side of the van and inspects it. Brian. Leo growls out the name. How do you know? Leo doesn't say anything, sitting down on his haunches as he stares at the completely destroyed wheels. Who's that? DJ asks quietly beside me, studying my expression. I wonder if I should tell him. Probably not. Be careful, the angel dog, if you get dizzy. Him scared of seeing things is bad enough. We don't need TJ to be worried about an actual person who's out to kill us. I'd actually completely forgotten about the bear up until this point. It was truly him. Then we are in even more danger than I thought. It's just another person that we saw. He was acting weird, it's alright. TJ doesn't seem to take much comfort in that. Staring at the tires. I mean, he got shot in the face. I probably slashed the tires too. Not gonna lie. But how does he know it was Brian, actually? Chase isn't gonna warn anyone. Chase is running away from all issues in life. Shaking his head. Other two tires are the same. How far do you think we'd get on flats? Lets out a raggedy growl, standing back up. Not far enough. We'd probably get to the lake before the goddamn wheels fall off. Lake. Leo stands there thinking. Should we just go back to the motel? Leo shakes his head. No. I'm not staying here another minute. I'd rather start walking, actually. To the highway? That'd be half a day. Well, we'd at least be getting somewhere instead of sitting around here. Leo? Leo, look. Look around you. It's all fucking desert around you. You don't have water. You don't have provisions. And you wanna walk to the fucking highway for half a day? Are you fucking idiotic or what? I'm sorry. I look down Main Street towards the darkness of the lake and desert. The ominous feeling I get is overwhelming. Like I have no doubt that if we set out into the desert, we wouldn't last long at all. Yeah, no shit, Chase! No shit! No fucking shit! Don't know why. Oh, you don't know why? I can tell you why! I shut up violently and TJ glances at me. He squeezes my hand and I find it funny how quickly the role of the one doing the reassuring has flipped. I think we should get back to the motel. Pulls out Survival for Idiots, page 1. It's the desert! Yes. Leo finally looks back at me, and I see his expression soften. Hey, Otter, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get us out of here, okay? Shut the fuck up, Leo. Just shut your fucking mouth. I noticed the same tone he'd used with TJ earlier. He sets his hands down on my shoulders, but I honestly don't feel very reassured. TJ pipes up from next to me. TJ, Carl's house has some cars. Maybe he's there and we could leave with him in the car. Leo looks towards the hilltop where Carl's house is at. I actually didn't eat... I actually could go for a salad right now if we talk about snacks. Like an avocado tomato salad would be nice right now. You're gonna has to read. Chill, okay? I read as fast as I can. Sure, get one. Yeah, I'm not making one right now. Because I'd have to make it. And that will take a while. So, yeah. No, I'm serious. It's painfully long, that's fine. Maybe. If he's not there, we could just break in. I see TJ Blanche next to me. Even now, he's battling his moral awareness versus our need to survive. I still just want to go to the motel hole up in there and wait. Maybe even sleep. I'd give anything just to be able to lay down somewhere safe right now. But now, with the new possible factor of Brian, I can't see the benefit of getting the hell out of here now. Alright. Neo sets his jaw, narrowing his eyes. Let's go. Remember to stay close. We don't bother going off-road on the way to Carl's place, mainly because we'd just be trudging through sagebrush full of ticks at this point. Leo figures that since Carl's house is the only thing up this road, aside from through the canyon to nowhere, no one would be driving there anyway. It takes us about 20 minutes to get there. Walking in silence up the cracked road, the only sound our panting. I'm the loudest considering my short leg. Shut the fuck up! It's not your short legs because you're fucking unfit as shit! Like, get a workout in, you fucking cunt. And also that I'm probably the most out of shape compared to the others. Well, at least you fucking admit to it. When we are close to the mansion, I look back down towards Echo. Only a few streetlights dot the small town. I don't see anyone on the roads near them. I see a window or two here and there, with their lights on, but no movement from within. Yeah, I'm gonna throw crap at Chase. One is a blood-curdling stream coming from the town behind us, a woman. Did Janice die again? She reaches out again for my arm. When that happens, I squeeze his comfortingly. The next, a few minutes later, is a faint laughter coming from further away that rises in pitch before fading back out. I grimace, wondering if anyone else heard it, or if it came from inside my head. Probably both. No one says anything and I don't ask. Sorry, that laugh was me. Probably. By the time we reach the mansion, I'm covered in sweat, and I keep adjusting my shirt uncomfortable, as it sticks to my chest and shoulders. The garage door is closed, and there aren't any cars in the driveway. Well, no shit! I wouldn't let my cars out in the open too if I was rich in this town. I'd probably add security up the ass to protect my car from these people down there. I wonder if maybe Carl already took off. Carl? No, Carl isn't taking off. Carl is way too passive to do anything. He's just like Chase. Carl isn't doing shit. I hope he did. Nah, he didn't. We sat in front of the door and Leo holds out a hand to us, motioning us to be quiet. I watch his ears poke up to the full extension before he moves to the glass on the door, cupping both hands over his eyes to peer inside. Ooh! Ducky ducky. Let me take a look real quick. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. From, not gonna lie. It's a pretty nice ducky ducky. We wait a tense moment, and I wonder if maybe he's looking in on something horrific. But after a while, Leo pulls back, shaking his head. Kickstarter reward done. Since 2 sides now. Nice. Can't hear or see anything. Maybe he left. I was thinking of getting like keychains for the fans. That we could make keychains of Orco. I'm not sure if people would buy that, but we'll see. I just have to look where I could get that at a reasonable price and how we would make them. Maybe he left, or he's with one of the others. Fuwanovel is quietly standing just behind me. Maybe. I'm down for Nori keychain. Could also do a Nori design, yeah. Leo appears to be thinking hard. Then he reaches out to the doorbell. It's the customs, yeah. Probably. I think a keychain should be below the customs, though. Because the keychain shouldn't be that expensive. Yeah, that's why I was thinking about a keychain. But I'm with Angel Dog. Just gauging a little bit. I mean, Crumb probably wouldn't, but who would get a Nori keychain if I'd offered one? Out to the doorbell with an index finger. He hesitates for a full 2 seconds before pressing it. The fancy chime rings softly from inside. I noticed Leo got a hand on his gun, watching through the glass intently. I also noticed that not only is TJ pressing close to me, but so is Kutsu from the other side, his shoulder slightly ahead of mine. I still might just support as long as shipping and customs don't elbow drop me. I would probably just make a bulk order in some way and just sell it for not that much profit. Like, I would see if I can find a keychain designer here in Germany, essentially. Let them make the keychains and then send it out to you all. Depending a little bit on how the keychain, the quality and everything is. It's almost like he's shielding me. A minute ago goes by before Leo tries again. We wait another minute before Leo lets out a ragged sigh. Whatever, it's from relief or frustration, I'm not sure which. Considering what's happening, you'd think some people from the town would have come here to loot or something. Yeah. I look back at the town, its few glints of light staring ominously back. I'm able to suppress my shivers this time. I turn back just in time to see Leo try the door, and, to my amazement, it opens. Leo seems surprised too, and lets go to get the door slowly swing open. We all stare into the blackness beyond. A few lights from the TV glowing into the darkness. Should we go in? Leo clears his throat. Well, we gotta get the keys somehow. Leo steps back inside slowly, hand reaching along the wall to find the light switch. He finds it, though the light only illuminates the foyer. The house going from goddamn dark to slightly less goddamn dark. It's just Carl's kitchen though. Nothing seems to be out of place, as far as I can see. I start to step forward too, but I can feel like TJ hesitate on my hand. I look back at him. You alright? He's staring into Carl's house, his eyes wide. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. Probably safer inside anyway, right? TJ swallows and finally steps inside with me, Kutso following close behind. The mansion is pleasantly cool against my sweaty fur. There's something strangely comforting about something as simple as the AC still running. My sense of normalcy. Leo stands there looking around intently before moving to the cupboards. He starts opening drawers, searching the counter, looking for keys. I leave TJ to huddle on the couch before moving to the kitchen myself. Hey, can we look for Carl too? Leo pushes close a drawer full of silverware. Yeah, give me a second. Orco keychain, Orco holding coffee would be more marketing able. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends a little what you guys really would like, you know? If you want Nori, if you want me, I'm down for anything, you know? I mean, in the end, let's be honest here. You guys, in the end, are the customers, right? And if I want to sell something, people need to get what they want. If you want Nori, you get Nori. If you want me, you get me. It's easy as that. I could also offer both. Orko and Nori. Yeah, give me a second. I sigh. I'll be fine. It'll be faster if I look for him while you look for the keys. Leo shakes his head. Gotta stick together. I suppress another sigh and move back to the living room. Somehow TJ's already managed to fall into a doze, curled up in a small ball on the couch. How are you doing? I look over at Kutsu, who's got his arms folded, watching me closely. I'm doing okay, just kinda tense. Kutsu gives me one of his rare smiles at that. No kidding? Yeah. Shirtless rat in a fuck me pussy. It's easier to explain an orc holding a coffee mug than a rat. No, fuck me position. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I glance over at Leo, who's starting to rifle through some drawers. I mean, Wildfire, I have a merch link in the description, and I think there's also a few cups, coffee mugs there. I think they are. Can check it out if you want. Maybe you'll find something. What's up? Look back at Kutsu. I'm just thinking about Carl, if he's not here or not. Ah. Glance back at Leo. Hey, Leo. Hey, Leo wants us to stick together, but... Look back at Kutsu. Wanna help me find Carl? Maybe you sweep the upstairs? And I'll have a look in the basement real quick. Kutsu glances at Leo as well. It'll make things go a bit faster. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I really don't think anyone's in this house. Kutsu nods towards the window facing the town. From what I've seen, people are mostly wrapped up in their own houses, in their own issues. Yeah, I don't think anyone's interested in looting here. Oh boy! Oh my god. Grandpa. Grandpa caught you. You okay? Yeah, you okay? Little dog. I smile. Cool, I take a quick look downstairs and keep a lookout for the keys. And with that, we both move to the staircase. Jump scare! I flip on the light switch to head into the basement, and it's only when I stare into the dark hole I'm heading towards that I get the first inkling of fear. I shake my head, remembering what Kutza had said. If anyone's here, it's definitely only Carl, and that would be a good thing. If we can't find him, we can bring him with us, and we'll be on our way out of this hellhole. I tell myself this is a bounce quickly down. As I bounce quickly down the stairs, wanting to get this over with as soon as possible. Now in the basement, I glance around quickly into the several doors down here. Well, at least you got caught by your grandpa then. I start to realize that if Carl is here, he's most likely upstairs, and I'm really just giving the basement a cursory check. I start to rush through, not wanting to take too long in case Leo notices if he hasn't already. I reach the end of the long basement hallway, and I'm left looking into a smaller room. There's a tiny white wooden door that I assume leads to the crawl space. I stand at it for a moment, not even thinking to bother with it until I see little white hoof prints. There are several of them, like someone came and went dozens of times in and out of the crawl space. I look back behind myself, feeling a chill run up my spine, like someone's watching me. Looking back at the prints, I noticed that the little door is just slightly open. Would Carl be in there? I remember that he'd be down here when we couldn't find him during the birthday party. Carl is probably dead in there. He curled up in there and died. At the moment, I catch a glimpse of something poking out from the door. It's skinny and hairy and very long, maybe 6 inches in length. Jesus Christ! Carl! Carl is sticking it out! You stare at it, wondering if it's a Halloween decoration that's stored under there. Insert innuendo. Chase! Neil's voice booming down the stairs makes me jump a foot in the air. Oh, insert innuendo, yeah. I don't have time to stare at the black thing any longer, and instead stumble down the hall towards the sound of Leo's voice. The icy glare directed at me as I move up the stairs actually makes me cower a little bit. I'm not used to having this monolithic anger directed at me. I told you to stick together. His voice rumbles out at me. Sorry, I found something. Well, Kutzo did too. Carl's upstairs. What? The thoughts of the hoof prints disappear from my mind immediately. Why? Like, this makes it even more spookier what you seen down there. Like, get your fucking toxic boyfriend and go downstairs and investigate, you fuck. He told me you were down there. Come on. More gently now, he grasps my hands and pulls me the rest of the way upstairs. I'm expecting us to turn into Carl's room, but instead we go further towards down the end of the hall. Yeah, he does that, but he also does it because he's a selfish asshole. Actually, no, he doesn't follow the rule. And you know why, Angel Dog? Because that fucker was the first one that went off when he was chasing after Duke earlier at the motel. Because Duke went off and he went after him. And then said, Kutzo, stay with Chase. He's not following his own rule. He's following the rule now because it's convenient for him. He doesn't follow his own rule. He doesn't give a shit. The only shit he gives about is himself and Chase and no one else because he's a fucking narcissistic prick. There you go. I think this is where Carl's parents' bedroom is. Carl's lying on the bed looking over at teacher who's in the middle of talking to him from the side. Here we go again. Oh, crap at Leo. Classic. I will never stop. He glances our way when we enter the room. Leo, Chase? He squints at us like he's having trouble focusing. He's probably high as shit. I smile and sigh with relief. Carl! I move to the side of the bed next to TJ, and that's when I see that the ram is covered with white-looking chalk substance. It reminds me of the prints downstairs. It's all over his horns, and a bit of what looks like drywall is covering the pillow around his head. What happened? Are you okay? Were you just taking a nap? Easy. Leo says to me, so I shut my mouth. Yeah, of course you do, because you're a little bitch. TJ reaches out and grabs up one of Carl's big hands. The ram just stares at the ceiling, looking as confused as we are. I look over at Kutzo standing a little off the side, like he did when we were trying to talk to TJ. What happened? I mumble at the raccoon, and Kutzo moves a little closer. I don't know, I just came in and thought he was taking a nap or something. I glance back at Carl, watching as TJ starts to gently pet his forehead. But he wasn't? Kutzo shrugs. He was sort of, I don't know. He was sweating and mumbling. Kept calling his name. Like really loudly to the point that Leo came up. Carl starts to breathe heavily and he covers his face. I think he's crying. So I step back to be with Kutzo, wanting to crowd him as TJ leans over and hugs him. It wasn't until Leo touched him that he woke up. Like really suddenly. Huh? No man, I'm fine. Carl lets out a weird shaky laugh. He sits up, wiping his eyes. I was just having a real fucked up dream. Felt like I was in it for hours, man. Carl leans back on his hands, staring at the ceiling again. I had a dream that the town went fucking insane. And then I ran back here and sort of just went downstairs and then I was gone. Gone? Where? Carl shakes his head. I don't know, a hotel or something? A few hallways that went in circles and I couldn't get out or wake up. Carl rude foreshadowing. Carl looks back at us. Even now I don't know if I'm dreaming. At least there's people around. Carl shakes his head. A cloud of dust comes from his fur. What are you guys doing here anyway? Leo, actually the town did go a bit strange. Really? Leo seems to hesitate, clearly not wanting to rile up Carl more than he already is. Yeah, but we are trying to leave. Actually, that's why we are here. We need a car. So, what I saw in town, however long ago that was, it really happened? Maybe. Was that audio glitch just me? What happened with the audio? Why did it glitch? Leo doesn't say anything to that. Why did you need my car? What about your van? It broke down. Carl narrows his eyes. How? Listen, we'll tell you everything on the way. We just need to get out of here. TJ picks up some of the bits of white chalk and Carl's head fur. It's like it bunched into a single instance, okay? It might be because it tells me today that my bitrate is a bit too high, which is a lie. That could be a problem, but it shouldn't be because I've been streaming at this bitrate for like forever. And yeah, that's all over you. Paul runs his head over his hand over his head, bringing it away to find it covered in white dust. I ran into the wall, huh? Oh, Paul suddenly points at my arm. Dude, what happened? Huh? Oh, I lift up my arm and remember that the cut that I got from the broken window. The fur is heavily matted, down with blood, and the jacket cut is still oozing a little bit. Like, holy shit, how did he not bleed to death? Long story. We'll explain like Leo said. The ram stares at the cut, so I lower my arm. It seems to be finally settling in for Carl that things are not right. So I will finish it in an hour, okay. In around an hour. I've also realized that none of us are immune to the new hysteria setting into this town. Kutzo is immune. I will say that Kutzo is immune because Kutzo is not from Echo. Kutzo is from somewhere else. That's why he's not affected. At least I would claim that's the reason. I managed to think humorously for myself that I actually did do what I set out when I started the project. It's pretty clear that it's happening all over again. So, you got your keys? We need to get the hell out of here, and we get this town help. Yeah, I'll get them. I'll get them from my room. Ugh. Quickly pull out of the driveway in Carl's car, which makes almost no sound since it's a hybrid. Well, look at Carl being a rich motherfucker. That is true, yeah. He can be affected by anyone else in Echo. Leo's driving, of course. Of course this asshole is driving. Carl can't even drive his own car because Leo is such a fucking asshole. Carl's still woozing and Leo actually had to help him walk around to find the keys. I sit at the back between Carl and TJ while Kutzo sits in the passenger seat next to Leo. I overheard Leo mumbling to Kutzo to sit next to him while I helped Carl into the car. Something about them needing to be able to get out of the car quickly with their guns if things went down. Leo doesn't floor it like I expected him to, but we moved down the bench of the mountain and through the town speedily enough. I see TJ look out of his window intently, and I can only imagine it's to see if he can spot Jenna or maybe even Flint. Dude, I don't feel good. Carl mumbles next to me, both hands on his stomach, twisting at the fabric of his hoodie. Just puke on the floor if you have to. I don't think Leo's gonna stop. Carl leans over and puts his head between his knees and groans. That gets TJ's attention. and he started rubbing the ram's back slowly. Good thing it feels like there's nothing in me. So what the hell is going on? Why is everyone relying on fucking Jenna? Jeff frowns. We don't know. What happened then? I take a deep breath, trying to figure out how to explain. Well, we're not sure what's going on everywhere. But on Saturday, where I was at dinner and diner with Leo, I go through my story as quickly as I can, explain to Carl what's been going on. The rest of the car is quiet, so I get anxious when I get to the part about Brian and skip over as much as I can. I know, Angel Dog. I know. I only mentioned that he helped me there for a day. By the time I finish, we are already passing the lake. Huh? So it's Sunday already? Sunday morning? Don't I know, bruh. I know as much as I can. That was a whole fucking day? I don't say anything in response. What happened to you, Teach? Are you okay? Carl turns his gaze on TJ, who just nods. Yeah, I was seeing things too, people chasing me. I'm okay now, though. TJ actually does seem pretty stable now after everything that's happened. Maybe taking care of Carl, taking his mind off of everything that happened to him. Either way, it doesn't expand on what he saw. Carl shivers, puts his head back down, while TJ continues to rub his back. A few moments of silence go by for Carl to speak up again. That feels kinda nice. Reminds me of my mom. Yeah, actually my mom did it too. Though, thought it might help. Hey, I love you. Just so you know, all of you guys. I'm glad I'm not in that place anymore. I love you too, Carl, and everyone else. Aww, that's so cute. You too, Raccoon Man. Aw, thanks. Of course Leo thinks that's okay, Wildfire. He's a fucking narcissist. I affirm my own love for everyone. Lutzo glances back at us before turning his attention out of his own window. Leo doesn't say anything from the front. Focus is solely on the road ahead. Of course it is! He wants to get out of here. I watch the desert whip by us. For the first time feeling somewhat safe. The town disappears behind us. But of course it doesn't last long. What's that? On the side of the road there? Huh? Leo's turning his head in the direction that Kutzo points. We all do. What we see changes everything for me from that point on. Sure, things were crazy, and I had a hard time believing anything was happening, but it was explainable. People like Duke, Brian, Teacher, even Carl were all seeing things, but it was kind of a distant thing in a way. Something everyone else was experiencing, something I was exempt from. But now, there is it. There it is. Something I can't explain right in front of me. What is that? Oh my gosh. TJ covers his mouth. Carl sits straight up trying to see. Leo slows down as we pass. There's my car. All of the windows shattered. And there's Duke, lying a dozen feet away from the open door of the driver's seat. And there, crouching over him, is something I can't explain. Hairless body and limbs long. way too long. The head comes up, and all I see are 3 holes and blood. DJ screams next to me, and Leo shouts something before stepping on the gas, slamming me back into my seat. I try to look back, but whatever it was is gone. At least it's gone from where it was, because I see something moving next to my window, and I turn to face it, and it stares back at me. But only for a moment. That thing, whatever the fuck it is, disappears almost the instant I register that it's there. It's a fucking gremlin, isn't it? The Twilight Zone gremlin. The one that like fucks with the turbine engine. With the plane engine. Exactly, that was it. Plane engine. Nobody knows probably what I'm referring to, but there's like this Twilight Zone episode where like a guy flies in a plane, and the only thing, he's the only one who sees like a gremlin that is fucking like with the plane engine, and everyone thinks he's crazy. And then I know Madagascar references it. The Simpsons had an entire episode that referenced it too, in one of their Treehouse of Horrors episode. It's referenced a lot, actually. Still, 3 holes, 2 eyes, a mouth. Blink back at me in a sort of after image before that too vanishes. What was that? What was that? DJ grabbing my arm, claws digging painfully into my skin. I would slap TJ for the shit at one point. Like, I get that he's afraid, but like, just leave the claws in, you fucker. I'm too shocked to even pull away as TJ leans forward next to me, staring out the window. At least I'm not the only one who saw it. TJ squeaks again when no one answers him. What was it? I don't know, some kind of animal maybe? I've never seen anything like that before. Could have had a disease? Lost all of its fur or something? Maybe Duke hit it? But it was walking! DJ's arm looped around mine and I can feel his body shaking. I look over my shoulder through the back window. At this point, my car is a good distance away, only visible because the headlights are on. A streak of light fading out across the desert. Duke, is he... Blah! Some dry retching noises followed by heavy splattering sound cuts me off. The echo calls also affects me. We'll see. Carl hunched over in the seat. Head been between his legs. It's hard to figure out what just happened, especially when the smell hits me. Oh my gosh, Carl! You're growing extra aggressive than usual. DJ looks torn between blanching away and comforting the ram. Carl comes back up, looking like he's about to say something before diving forward again. A much louder retch, followed by a much quieter plopping sound follows. I grimace, feeling my own stomach roil. God! Kutzo's looking back at us, a paw up to his nose. You okay? Carl keeps his head down a while longer, his fingers twisting into the fabric of his shorts. Got to go, Orko. Tired. Good night. Good night, Crumb. Take care. DJ tentatively rubs his back. I would have done it out of the window. I don't want to open the window now, though. It's okay. Leo, are there any napkins up here? Leo, who's been silent up until now, remains silent. He's staring out the windshield, hard paws on the wheel in a death grip. After a moment, Kutzo checks the cup holders. Then he drops the glove compartment open. After rummaging around for a minute, he pulls out a stack of fast food style napkins. He hands them back to Carl, who starts mopping up after whatever mess he's made on himself. During this, I'm still glancing out the windows. Not head on though, because I'm terrified I'm going to look straight into those eyes again. I mean, yeah, they are probably all used, but, you know, it's better than nothing. But I don't know what to think right now. There's no way I saw... What I saw was some kind of animal like Kutzo implied. The way it moved, the way it was crouched, and most of all its face. I need to redo my positioning. Fuck me, it's so hot, I'm dying. I don't die, but it's still hot. Never seen anything like it, at least not in a... I'm gonna save, because... Yeah. Why not? But then how the fuck did it keep up with the car? We're going... Were we going that fast? Did Leo slow down Leo did slow down a little. I keep these thoughts to myself. Everyone looks freaked out enough without any more speculation. Okay, so here's the deal. I need to piss really badly. I'll be right back. And read you more of this. Be right back. Aight, I'm back. So instead, I leaned back in my seat, just deciding to close my eyes. We're on our way, and soon I'll be safe in a police station or hospital or something. It'll be explained when the cops get here. I still think the cops will get here. And try not to think about Duke on the ground, Jenna's in the diner, Jenna out there somewhere with that thing. Shake my head, eyes still closed. DJ, are you okay, Chase? Gigi's arm is still around mine. The place where our first pressed together. Hot and sweaty. It's getting hot and sweaty. Going down dirty! Down dirty! Yeah. Let's go. I don't mind it though, as long as it brings me some comfort. Yeah, I'm just tired. Actually, now that I mention it, I'm pretty tired. You already said that, Chase. You already said that. I didn't exactly get much sleep in Kutz's trailer or Brian's. I start to drift off as my head bumps gently against the headrest. The soft whir of the AC on my forehead. The fuck? Car lurches as Leo slows us down again. Reluctantly, oh my god. Are they trapped in like some sort of like... Are they coming by the car again? Is that it? Are they driving by Chase's car again? I open my eyes, half expecting to see some other kind of nightmarish ghoul out the window, but I don't see anything. Just the road stretching ahead of him. What's wrong? Leo's quiet for a moment. I can't see his face, since I'm right behind him, but I can see the outline of his twitching ears. Leo turns in his seat, looking out the passenger window. Then his own. I'm heading the right way, right? I look out the window as well, not seeing anything except sagebrush and cacti. But then I do notice something. The mountains, which had been on the right, they are driving in a circle. I know on the left, rising up ominously in the distance. We had turned around somewhere. Unless we are on the highway. Which we definitely aren't. This road merges right into the highway. There's no way we could miss it. DJ gasps softly next to me. I look over at him, but he's looking straight ahead, out the windshield. I do the same, and in the distance I can see headlights off the side of the road. They really went in a circle. No way. What is it? Leo brings the car to a hard stop, throwing me forward into the seatbelt. Then he does a quick 3-point turnaround, shoving me right, then left, before I'm smacked into the seat as Leo accelerates again. More careful, my parents will kill me if I fuck up their ride. Carl laughs nervously, but no one pays attention to him. There's no fucking way I was going straight. There's that side road that takes you to some of the trails. Maybe we sort of went... Leo snaps at the link suddenly. There's no way, TJ. That road is fucking gravel. I would have noticed. Just keep going around in circles. Oh yes, we do. Leo is hunched in his seat, like an angry dad, staring out the windshield, his ears practically dancing on his head. I can feel TJ trembling, so I lean into him a bit, letting him know that I'm there. It's clear that Leo doesn't want any talking, so we are all quiet. This time I keep my eyes open, staring out the window, in case Leo did get sidetracked. So he didn't. This is one of the few instances where I do think that I can say Leo did not do this on purpose. I focus on the mountains, making sure that they don't disappear. The slope up and down gently under the moonlight, speckled with the dark spots of rock and vegetation. Vaguely, I remember back when I'd been obsessed with skateboarding and had always imagined myself skating those slopes on car trips to Peyton. And up and down, up and down. Only Echo had anything like that. The only slope we had was the one down from Carl's mansion, and it was way too big. I tried to skateboard down it once, but had ended in a disaster when I blinked, staring out the window again as the mountains just disappear, slope down into nothing. I squint, and I look out Carl's window. Sure enough, mountains. Leo. I know! Leo speeds up instead of turning around, though. This is fucking possible! What are you doing? He's gonna crash the car with everyone in him. Leo mumbles mostly to himself. There's no way we are going back to Echo. Leo, slow down a little. Leo lets out a small groan, but relents, and TJ's grip on my arm loosens. I'm gonna keep going until I see that car, because I'm sure as hell didn't turn around this time. The tone in Leo's voice keeps any of us from arguing, though I hate to admit it. Something about his demeanor has me just as scared of him as I am of whatever is out there. That is finally interesting that he is afraid of Leo for once. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And then a minute of driving. More awkward silence then. Leo hisses through his teeth. Straight ahead of us, the headlights appear. What? I must be dreaming. It's like we are stuck on some kind of loop. Leo slows down more and more until we come to a gentle stop. They're in silence, staring at my car about 100 yards in front of us. Leo starts muttering darkly to himself, looking out the window, looking at the dashboard. I want to ask him if he's okay, but I know what the answer is. DJ makes soft whimpering sounds next to me. Like he's trying not to cry. I finally put my arm around him. It's okay. It's just dark. And we're going off-road somehow. I whisper whatever comes to my mind to explain what the fuck is happening. Like, Jesus Christ, you're not making this better. We are somehow going off the road. Like, shut the fuck up, you cunt. Like, Jesus Christ. Carl has his head down and his paws completely quiet. He could be asleep for all I know. I think about suggesting that we maybe should just wait until the morning in the car. But as I open my mouth, I hear a scratching noise towards the back of the car. TJ's ears perk up, which lets me know that I'm not the only one. I instinctively turn around in my seat. Bits of glass fly in my face. The next thing I know, I'm cowering in the seat, head down, as far as I can push it. Carl very much amazed, screams at Leo. Go, go, go! Leo already on it, and I feel a jolt forward. And I'm bouncing up and down in the seat as we go off-road. Leo not bothering with the 3-point turn this time. Instead going full U-turn. We are back on the asphalt, speeding down the road. When I feel it's safe enough to raise my head back and look out the back window. For a moment I'm terrified that I'm going to find that thing crouched on the trunk staring at us. But instead, all I see is a giant hole through the back window. The remaining glass jacked. Are you guys okay? Leo looks back and forth between us and the road ahead of him. I sit up fully. I think so. I yell at him over the sound of the car and the wind whistling around behind me. Carl is bent over in his seat too, brushing glass from his hat and hoodie. I look at TJ, who's still crouched in his own seat, covering his head. Bits of glass are scattered on his back and in his head fur. I pick some of the pieces out from his fur on his neck and lean over him. TJ, are you okay? TJ shudders and doesn't say anything as I pluck some of the shards from out under his collar. What was that? Puts her shots back at us, staring through the window. I don't know. I don't want to think about what I don't want to think about what I actually think it was. It's interesting. I don't think this is an actual monster. I think this is a manifestation of the things they are haunted by. Maybe. I don't know, but we'll find out. Maybe it's actually a monster or a ghost that is haunting Echo. I feel like this could be more a manifestation of shit. Leo keeps up the high speed, hitting some of the potholes hard enough that I'm worried we are going to get a flat. Then we'd be in some real trouble. We drive for another 5 minutes in silence. That is true. That is true. I will agree to that, dog. I'm just not sure. I'll find out. I just keep reading the visual novel. And the headlights of my car appear in front of us again. This time no one says anything and Leo doesn't bother turning around. I watch out my window and refine plasma old car. Duke is still there on the ground, no movement from him. It was the last time when we saw him. Since this is the area where the creature seems to be prowling, I look out the back window. I want to be ready in case it tries to come through it again. Can you imagine how Duke must have felt like when he tried to escape with the car, going in circles, probably still strung out on meth, and then this creature hunting him? Jesus Christ, it must have been one hell of an end. All I see is a small stretch of asphalt, illuminated red from the taillights, and all I hear is the wind whipping through my ears. I keep a hand on TJ's back as he continues to remain hunched over. I mean, yeah, well, like, his last, I don't know, 30 minutes on Earth must have been fucking terrifying. Like, that guy, he didn't have fun. Like, no fun at all. He must have been so terrified. Alone, in that car, hunted by that thing, trying to drive like just like Leo out of that and still keeping in a circle. Must have not been nice. Gal sits quietly staring out his window. On the bright side, the bashed-in back window has diminished the smell of sick. Sparse dots of light show up on the horizon, indicating where Echo is. They should drive to the train tracks. Maybe there is a way out. Wasn't there like a tunnel or something? Maybe they can get out via the tunnel. I don't know. When Leo speaks up. Alright. What we are gonna do is head back to my house. You guys can get some sleep while I figure out what to do next. Of course you're going to figure out what to do next. Because you're Leo. Who made you the fucking leader of the group, you cunt? Sound good? Yeah, not much left to do. Leo grunts and hunches forward in his seat again. There's a sinking feeling in my stomach at the end. At the thought of going back to Echo. There's the comfort of at least not being out in the wilderness. But I wonder if that's much worse than the town. Even with that creature prowling around. I stare out my window watching the mountains move slowly by under the moonlight as we turn onto Lake Emma Road. Because he's a wolf and wolf pack thingy. Yeah, I know. But still, he's a bad leader. I'm wondering if taking one of the mountain roads out of town would be worth it. Whether we'd have enough gas when it happens. A crouched figure sits on the peak of the hill. Just about 50 feet from where we are. I squint at it, just barely able to make out what looks like shoulders and the head hunched up under the light of the moonlight. I'm directly across from the thing when I open my mouth, but I'm barely able to make a sound when it moves. It dashes down the hill in the blink of an eye, covering the distance between it and our car in a matter of 2 seconds. One moment I'm staring at a tiny black figure, and the next it's right up against the car, smashing into the side between Leo's door and mine. My head smacks into the glass and I see a flash of white. At the same time I hear Kutso shout at us to hold on. TJ screams. Carl yells. My feet are fucking freezing. I open my eyes and stare down at them. It's almost too dark to see, but I can hear the sounds of sloshing water and screaming. Chase! Chase! What? My head aches, and there's something in my eyes that stings. Everything's blurry. Chase, are you okay? A big paw prods at my chest. And I look up. I can barely make out the outlines of ears. Leo, wait. And it hits me like the car crash we were just in. That thing. I look out my window again, but it's all shattered and spider-webbed. But I can see what looks like water pouring through it. At the same time, I feel that icy cold sensation running down my back as the water comes through the broken back window like a waterfall. You should have the least worries in here, Chase. You should be fucking fine. Everyone else is going to fucking drown, I guess. We crashed into the fucking lake. Of course you did. Chase! I'm awake, I'm good. I grab at my seatbelt, taking way longer than it should to get undone. All the while, there's a bizarre feral yowling sound next to me And I don't realize that it's TJ until his claws find my chest and arm and dig it. Somebody needs to slap TJ. Change my bet. Bet if you want to finish Leo route, it will be this. Okay. Ow! TJ, stop, calm down. But he doesn't even respond, continuing with the god-awful sound. I'm too tired right now. Then go to sleep. Through the window. Through the window, through the wall. Oh, it's... Through the window, to the wall. All these. Furry scrawl. Carl already up to the rear deck trying to push through the water coming in. Come on! Carl's screaming panicked voice disappears suddenly, and I can only hope that's because he's got out. Chase, Chase, come on! We need to get out. I feel Leo's big paw grabbing at me, but I turn and push them away. I am fine, let me help TJ. Chase! Leo, I'm a fucking otter. The water at this point is up to my chest. The car's front end is tipped down in the water, and with the sparse moonlight coming in through the back, I can see it's up to Leo's neck. Kutzo is somehow in the back with me, and TJ, where Carl was. He's staring at me, eyes wide, looking, torn between his cape and helping me. Go, Kutzo, through the window. Leo, go out through the door. Chase, go! I scream at basically everyone, and I can only hope they do as I say as I duck down and the water goes over my head. This must be a first. Chase actually taking charge. The quiet piece of underwater is a sharp contrast to the fucking chaos my brain is in. Somehow the wreck growth is fun to see. Yeah, it is. Somehow in the wreck, the back seat crunched forward, and TJ's seatbelt buckle button is lost somewhere in the crease. I grit my teeth. I can hold my breath for almost 10 minutes, but I know for other species it's less than 2. For less, you're panicking out of your mind. Like TJ, I grip my teeth as calmly and reach between the folds, the seat, and the back, despite the desperate clawing the lynx is giving me. Again, though, it's far too wedged in to get a hold on. Soon my calm demeanor melts away as I fumble uselessly with the seatbelt, and time stubbornly marches on. Oh my god. Case, please. I feel myself start to panic as I just grab TJ and yank as hard as I can, but it's no use. And when I pull on the chest strap, it's jammed and I can't get any slack. TJ's grasping. Couldn't TJ is so panicked you probably can't communicate with him anymore. But couldn't he use his claws to just cut out of the seatbelt? I try to think of something to use to cut the strap, but there's no... His claws, you fucker! Maybe a shard of glass. I move up and away from TJ toward the back window, trying to ignore how he weakly tries to clutch at me. As I reach up to the seat, my hand slips between the hardest and rear deck, I reach further and realize it's in the trunk of the car. With a lunge, I reach down and feel along the bottom of the back seat. My paws run against something hard and metal, and I know I found what I'm looking for. I grab up the buckle and unlatch it, swimming around as quickly as I can. Grab the strap across TJ's, set my feet against the seat. I pull back as hard as I can. Just like that, it comes undone. I scoop TJ up, his limp body giving me an extra burst of adrenaline as I set my feet against the back of the driver's seat and push out. My aim is a little off as my head hits the ceiling instead, but I'm able to find the hole pretty quickly and kick through it. It's a little awkward to undulate my body into a nice clean swim with TJ's weight, but I manage well enough, and within seconds we break to the surface. I breathe out into the air while TJ coughs and sputters, his arms wrapped around my neck tightly, and I have to put a paw onto his arm to keep him from strangling me. TJ, we're good, you're good, calm down. I look around and I'm amazed to see how far we are from the shore. It's a good 100 yards away. I can already see Kutso standing there and Leo's in the shallows, shouting to Carl, who's a few feet further in, splashing around. I kick off in that direction as DJ continues to hyperventilate into my ear. DJ is traumatized. Oh, he already was. He's even more traumatized now. DJ, it's okay. Remember when you used to ride on my back in the lake? It's like that. Like old times. Try to adopt a soothing tone between my ragged gasps for air. DJ does finally settle on my back, though his arms still around my neck. Still a lot better than dragging me down with him. I gasp calmly down as we get closer to the shore, tapering off into a weird sort of mumbling sound. I can make out a few words, and one of them is a name, Sydney. I frown and swim a bit faster, wanting to get him to dry land so that he can get his wits back together. Meanwhile, Carl finally grabs onto Leo's outstretched paws and the wolf pulls him back to shore. All the while, he stares at me and TJ intently. He did deserve just a little bit more sin, though. Just a bit more. Jace wouldn't encourage you, but you're here at that time. Then please go to sleep or drink some water, something. Yeah. I shush him gently as finally feel my toes find the sandy bottom of the lake. I gently pull the lynx back with me. There a strip of sand in the lake that inclined the ropes. Carl's already there, flat on his back, spread eagle. So I do the same with TJ, laying him down right next to the ram. He's still trying to talk though. Chased it, Sydney. How long did he? Gently, I push a paw over the lynx's muzzle. It's alright, man. Try to relax, breathe. Kutso stands next to me and starts to reach out to touch my shoulder. You okay? And then a much paw comes from behind me, pushing Kutso's arms aside as I'm pulling back into a tight hug. Leo huffs into my ear. Fuck! Leo is such a cunt. Thank God, you were under for so long. I'm okay. I reach back with a paw, setting it against the side of Leo's face. When I bring it back, I see that it's a bit darker than it should be. I look back and immediately see the gash on Leo's side of the face. Shit, your head. Leo brushes off my paw. Your head. I think we both hit our windows when something hit us. I reach up and feel around my forehead before I feel a sore, sticky spot in my fur. It isn't a bad cut, but it's definitely leaking a good amount of blood. It was that thing that we saw next to Duke. I saw it standing on a hill and it just ran at us. I look at Kuzo, who's moved to stand over Carl, his arms hugging his chest tightly. Kuzo, are you okay? I'm fine. His response is tense and a little high-pitched. That is actually true. Yeah, never touch it because infections. And it hurts. I think the infections are worse though. He had a little trouble swimming back. Carl lets out a choked cough in response. I gently pull away from Leo and kneel down next to the ram between him and TJ. He's conscious, luckily, but though his panting is a bit shallow, I set a paw gently on his head. You okay? Yeah. He says like he's asking me a question. You sure? I mean, yeah, I'm breathing. I didn't mean to leave you guys, but it's fine. Staying with us would have made things way worse. It's strange to me how collected I am right now, because you're for once in your element. I guess it's that same numbing feeling that I've felt since escaping Brian's trailer. Just take the fucked up stuff and roll with it. Yeah, finally he's understanding it. Just take the shit and roll with it, you know? Yeah, you don't got a choice. Just have to, you know? I'm not bad at swimming, but it was so fucking cold, and my clothes feel like 1,000,000 pounds. Looking at his thick sweater, I'm not surprised at all. DJ's quieted down next to me. His eyes are open, staring at the sky as he chuffs quietly. They're so wide and glassy, I can see the reflection of the stars twinkling in them. I tentatively reach out and rest his paw on his head, like I did with Carl. DJ barely reacts, continuing to stare up at the sky. Teach! I feel Leo's huge presence crouch down next to me as he gets close and whispers into my ear. Listen, we should get going to my house. I don't like being out here, especially if that thing really did do it. But TJ, I don't know if he's able. I'll carry him. And he does, scooping the lynx up into his arm like he's a baby. Alright, come on. We can rest at my house. Let's just get the fuck out of here. Leo starts trekking up the rocky slope. Kuzo and I wait for Carl, who lays on the ground a moment longer before finally rolling over and getting laboriously on his feet. I hold one hand and Kuzo holds the other, and together we make our way onto the road and back into Echo. The walk to Leo's house is short, only about 50 minutes, but it feels like it takes much, much longer than that. Every tiny sound makes me jump, and I'm steeling myself for the moment when I see the creature again. Nothing happens though. No screaming, no gunshots. Aside from the crickets, the town is dead quiet. Still, we keep to the shadows, cutting through some backyards and sagebrush, probably picking up dozens of spiders and ticks along the way. It's funny, despite everything that's going on, spiders are the biggest thing that are on my mind as I push through the branches and foliage. Finally, the wolf's small house appears out of the dusty dark night. Leo walks ahead of us with TJ. TJ asked to walk on his own halfway here, and now he's clinging to Leo's hand like a kid afraid of getting lost at the mall. I don't blame him. As we are walking up to the house, though, Leo stops. Puts a Carl and I crowd behind him. Puts a what is it? Leo puts his finger to the lips and points at the window on the side of his house. It's broken. Shit. Leo lets go of TJ's hand and makes a stay here motion. With the other as he starts creeping towards the house. With some difficulty and a few awkward sounds, Leo pulls his gun out of his wet pants. I scream internally at the thought of Leo going in alone, but he's the only one with a weapon now. I thought Kutzo still had a gun. Oh, okay. Kutzo had lost his during the lake incident, which Leo's pretty pissed about. Leo needs to shut his mouth. Leo tries the door, then disappears. You know what? You know what's not gonna help though? A wet gun. Because that gun might not fire a single bullet. I'm just saying. Leo tries the door. I'm still amazed Leo didn't shoot his fucking dick off so far, because he always has like the gun in his waistband with the safety off. Leo tries the door, then disappears inside, reaching out to make sure the screen door doesn't bang shut behind him. And then he was gone. We stand there in silence a moment, then Kutzo whispers, "Hey, let's stand back to back just in case." Yeah, okay. Kutzo turns towards the road. I face towards Leo's house. Carl and TJ stand on either side. TJ hasn't said a word since Leo put him down. Ever since what happened at the lake, something in him snapped. Maybe we should just have gone up to my place. Carl gazes up sadly towards the mountains. His mansion somewhere hidden in the darkness. I do know, if someone broke into Leo's place to steal stuff, they'd definitely want to do the same to yours. Knowing this town, Kutsu is probably right. Most of the people here resented Carl's family and the way their mansion looked over the whole town. Like they're taunting us, people would say. I keep my eyes on the house, trying to see through the black windows. Leo hasn't turned on a light, of course, so I can't really see anything. Listening doesn't bring any clues either. So what do you guys think that thing was? I don't know. I still think it was a kind of animal. It practically bent the car in half. I don't know what kind of animal that would be. I say it out the side of my mouth away from TJ. Maybe we should go inside, probably save her in there, even if there's a burglar or whatever. Didn't the mayor say something about like that? Like that it only kills us if we are trying to leave? I glance back at Kutzo. Is that what she was talking about? Kutzo takes his head and shrugs his shoulders. I really don't know, Chase. So we go back to Waden. I'm about to mention that maybe we should move closer to the house, just in case when I hear a scream. Comes from Leo's house and definitely doesn't sound like Leo. Carl squeaks next to me. Shit! I'm already up the stairs though, and I hear the others follow me closely behind. Probably Jenna. I push through the door, almost running headlong into the bench where you're supposed to take off your shoes. Or maybe it's Flynn. Leo? I shout as I realize it's probably a bad idea. A moment passes where the only sound I can hear is the heavy breathing of my friends behind me. Then, down here, turn the lights on. His voice comes from the hallway and it's calm, I move a paw along the wall before finding the light switch, revealing the kitchen. I move down the hallway towards Leo's room. I can see that the light is on. Inside, over his own bed. In the bed is someone else, a little polecat, disheveled in a tank top, looking even more skeletal than usual. Oh, it's Clint. Okay. Clint. That's a surprise. I didn't even think he's still alive. But there he is. It's Clint. It's Clint curled up in a little ball, cowering. Leo has his gun pointed at him. Wait, please don't shoot me. I needed a place to stay. Leo inches the gun lower. Then why aren't you at your own place? Butzer and Carl stand next to me while TJ stays in the doorway, gazing at us from the dim hallway. Leo raises his gun again and I actually think he's about to shoot Clint. Yeah, I was saying Flynn. Clint raises his paws, whining. Leo, wait. He helped me find Chase. What? Leo glances at Kutzo, then back at Clint. He came up to my door last night, told me he saw Chase in the trailer. I'm confused too, but I guess I never asked Kutzo how exactly he was able to find me. My mind immediately flashes back when I saw Clint peering in at me in the trailer, asking Brian for drugs. I might have not found Chase if he hadn't told me. Clint nods enthusiastically to that, but Leo doesn't lower the gun. Wait. Leo, Clint hasn't done anything to hurt us since this started. Just everyone's gone fucking crazy. Might as well get rid of him before he gets a chance at it too. Oh my god. What are you doing, Leo? Leo's got a hardened look on his face that I don't recognize at all. Wait, I know how to get out of here, I think. Leo stands, falters. But only just. What do you mean? That's why I'm here. Just get the gun off me. For a second, I'll explain. Clint is twitchy and keeps scratching his chest and arms. I think he's on cold turkey right now. He comes off like he was able to find those drugs after all. Come on, Leo. It's all of us against him. He can't do anything. I think Clint wouldn't even do anything at this point. Clint is just fucked up on drugs and just needs, like, the place to stay. Leo keeps the gun up for a few seconds and finally lowers it with a dismissive grunt. Alright, fine. How are we supposed to get out of here? Clint slowly pushes himself up to sit against the frame of Leo's bed, clearing his throat. Well, I think I might have something to do with the train yard. I said that earlier! There's a moment of silence. We all wait for Clint to go on. He just stares back at us, though. Well, stares at the gun in Leo's paw. Clint! Huh? Clint doesn't look at Kutzo, as his eyes remain fixated on the pistol. Leo, just put the gun down for a second, okay? On the dresser, behind you. Or something. Leo shakes his head. I'm not risking our lives again, Cut. Leo fixes Clint with a glare. The most I'm gonna do is keep the gun off you, Clint. Clint flinches when Leo says his name. I look over and see Carl twisting his paws around the pocket of his hoodie, eyes wide. TJ, the other hand, is still standing in the hall, his eyes glinting softly in the dim lighting. For some reason, I get the feeling that he's looking at me. Tell us now. Leo's tone turns dark and I look over, half expecting him to have the gun up again. It's not pointed at the carpet, but I can practically see Leo's finger twitching against the trigger. He looks almost excited. Clint is the MVP in this route. Yeah. The Leo I know would never be so eager to kill someone. Even if that someone happens to be Clint. I hope that when this is over, if we get out of this somehow, Leo is able to get back to that old self. I'm just shaking so badly he can barely speak. Finally, Kutzo steps between them. Alright, Leo, if you want to keep the gun, that's fine. But can you at least step into the hallway? Maybe he'll be able to calm down enough. No. Kutzo stops short, but I see him set his jaw, drawing up his shoulders. Someone actually might have some information to get us out of here. And all you want to do is scare him shitless. I can see Leo puffing himself up too, and I don't like the look in his eyes. So I step forward on Kutzo's right, practically blocking Clint from Leo's line of sight. When I do, Leo's eyes snap to mine, the simmering snarl disappearing from his muzzle. Leo, come on. Oda, move out of the way. His tone is gentle, like I'm some kind of kid. No, Leo, you're acting weird right now. Just calm down for a second, okay? Leo frowns at me. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep us all safe. I see the wolf leaning his head to the side a little, like he's trying to keep an eye on Clint. Leo, let's go out into the hall. Kutzo, give the raccoon a sidelong glance. Can handle him for a few minutes, okay? Kutzo nods. I take a few cautious steps towards Leo. He's looking between me and Kutzo now, and there's a different look on his face now that I'm having trouble placing. I reach out gently and touch his arm. The muscles are hard, his biceps standing out thickly under his fur. Still, I gently try to push him towards the door. As I do, I feel him go a little slack, with a whole lot of relief on my part. He finally starts moving towards the hallway. Al escaping at the whole scene suddenly seems to snap out of it and hurriedly moves out of our way into the hall. Leo reluctantly continues to shuffle down the hallway as I put an arm around his side, hugging him to see me. Yeah, it makes sense. I agree with that, Angel Dog. He responds with the same gesture. He passes solemn-looking TJ as following me as we move towards the kitchen. You okay, TJ? He doesn't say anything, instead just slowly following us into the kitchen. His fur is all spiky and mussed up from the plunge into the lake, and his clothes look uncomfortably damp. That gives me an idea. Why don't we all get our clothes into the dryer? Then maybe we can have something to eat. There's a moment of silence, neither TJ nor Leo giving me any response. Carl gives me a muffled cough though. Hey, actually, I could go for some food. About 20 minutes later, Carl, TJ, and I are sitting in the laundry room, putting our clothes through the dryer. I can hear Leo in the kitchen frying something up on the stove. Underwear party, woohoo! Well, I should be worried about not keeping an eye on him. He's calmed down considerably since we were in his bedroom. Also the laundry room between the kitchen and the bedroom. So it would be pretty hard for him to get past me without seeing him. So I keep watch, leaning against the wall, staring out of the dark hallway. Carl sits on the dryer, vibrating along with it while TJ sits on the floor, cross-legged, looking at nothing. This feels good on my ass, dude. What, the vibration? Oh no, that heat. I was freezing and I didn't even realize. Carl knocks his hooves against the side of the metal dryer. Cap G. I did. Hey Teach, wanna join me up here? Look at him bulge. No thank you. You could just lean up against the side, you know, you gotta be cold too. This time TJ doesn't say anything and finally look away from the hallway. TJ packing. You want to talk? TJ looks at me again with those emotionless eyes. No. He says it so quietly, it's almost like he didn't say anything at all. I hold his gaze for a while before looking away. Aw. Don't worry about it, Teach. We're gonna be out of here in no time. Carl slides off the dryer, his stamp underwear squeaking loudly against the metal as he clops on the ground. He gives a few strategic tugs to his underwear to probably loosen the wedgie that he's just created. Then he sits down on the ground in front of TJ, cross-legged as well. TJ barely looks at him, and I notice the link's trembling slightly. Listen, back at my house I was like stuck in this weird trap version of my house. Like there was no exit. TJ glances up at the ram. And well, I thought I was gonna be stuck there forever. I was panicking. It was like a nightmare that never would end. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I can't do the route anymore today because I'm fucking tired. I think I've been on for how long? 4 hours now? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much 10 minutes, then it's 4 hours. And I'm fucking tired. So I'm gonna save here. And I will be back next week with it, and then I hope we can finally finish it. Because it's going on forever. But I don't mind it. It's all good. Okay. 25 to 40 minutes before reaching the final part. Jesus Christ. Damn. Yeah, you go to bed, you grasshopper. Alright, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And everyone have a good night. I'm happy that you've been here. And I'll see you all next week. Until then, take care. And, hey, at least I'm royal. Yeah, you are. Good night!